Hello everybody, welcome back to the FTF Canada March Combine Showcase here. The senior boys side of things just getting started. Zach Clark with you here on the call from beautiful Newton Athletic Park in Surrey, British Columbia. As the senior boys getting off and running the first game today between Team 6 in orange versus Team 8 in blue. Team Orange with the ball right now, as it will be Team 6's Salvatore Di Nicola, who's able to clear that one up the side to Adam Shahjahan. Shahjahan back to Di Nicola. He'll go across to the far defender, Jacob Boyd. Steers it back to Di Nicola. Methodic start here. Di Nicola trying to spring a through ball for his striker, racing the other way, and the keeper gets there first. As reaching out to challenge, Khalim Abu Makrek from the Calgary Villains ADPL. Abu Makrek gets it back, feeling the pressure from an aggressive forecheck from the strikers. Orange starting with the lion's share of the offensive chances early. Blue looking to slow things down as Orange works through the midfield. Tyson Church gets it forward. Isaiah Sobarzo looks to shoot. It's stopped by Abu Makrek. He'll hang on. As another good chance there for Orange, opening things up early on. Tyson Church feeding Isaiah Sobarzo from the Coastal BCSPL Ranger Elite Academy. Blue with it now, looking to settle things down after a really fast start from Orange. I'll clear that one forwards off the boot of Owen Price. Or pardon me, that was Willem McCutcheon. Now over on the far wall, Keith Esguerra, Coquitlam Metro forward, works it down. He was fouled upon, so that will be a kick here for number 4, Jacob Boyd, the defender from Coastal FC. Boyd waiting for the go-ahead. Lots of traffic in front. Boyd, the kick comes through. The header. That one knocked away. A second chance on the header. This time from Jacob Borge. It's brought back out. Rebound comes to Salvador Di Nicola. Trying to clear it towards the goal. It's fought off. Now Adam Shahjahan steps onto it. Trying to connect with Landon King through the middle. King plays it back to the outside. Boyd racing to keep it in. It's a race he'll just lose as Blue able to come away with it. Across to Jackson Sylvie. Sylvie through the middle to his fellow defenders. He'll get that one back across. Abu Makrek having to come out to clear this one, and the netminder will sky a high ball back down the center of the field. Big physical battle as taking out his man there was Salvatore Di Nicola, and a bit more of a tackle than the referee would like. So it will be a foul called here. A chance for the ball to be advanced by number 14, William McCutcheon from the Souk Sonic. William McCutcheon. Here's the drive. It's long, it's deep, and it's headed away by Jacob Boyd. Comes back out to the midfield. Looking for its Tyson Church. Over to Salvador Di Nicola. Now Boyd. Those two continue to play some give-and-go soccer here. Recovered by Shahjahan to Spencer Torres. Coming to us from Coquitlam Metro forward. Looking to cut up that near side. And already such a physical start between these sides. Both players, or both teams rather, knowing what's on the line for all of these players. Lots of scouting opportunities. And here's Neelix Chauhan, who's able to forward that one across to the left wing. Running onto that ball, Jackson Sylvie for Blue. He'll steer it up that left side. Jacob Boyd able to fight off the attacker. Takes it over into the corner. Boyd looked like he lost the handle for a moment, but it stays in play. Battle waging between him and Derek Sun. Finally, Boyd able to turn that one aside. It comes back out towards Sun. And over to the top of the line. Fletcher gets Diona Frio. Orange trying to steer it back the other way, but it's stopped up by the goalkeeper, Khalim Abu Makrek. Abu Makrek will clear that one straight into the stands here, as it'll be brought back into play. The pace is fast to start this one. Adam Shahjahan back to Salvatore Di Nicola. He'll utilize his goalkeeper, Alessandro Favero from Coastal FC. And it comes out through the middle of the pitch to Tyson Church. Church Goes to Denikola. Near wing, Shah Jahan. Down the middle, it's Jacob Borge. Borge lost the ball there as Roman Paler is able to knock it away, but referee does not like the tackle, and he'll stop things here. It's going to be a kick a little bit further back, but it will be a kick for blue here, as lining up to take it is Nilix Chauhan from the Langley 09 BCSPL. He'll leave it for the defender, Viren Lally. Netminder directing traffic. Lally drops it into the back corner of the box. Header goes towards the goal, although lost most of its power. And Alessandro Favero, not a particularly tough save, but he'll make it nonetheless and clear it back down the right side of the pitch. Lands at the feet of Keith Esguerra on the far side before dropping it back to Jacob Boyd. And the defender goes cross pitch. Denikola. Given some room to work with here. That gap quickly closed in on by Rowan Paler. He'll go to the netminder, Favero. Feeds Boyd. Now through the middle. That ball connecting with Jacob Borge. Long kick from the defender, Denikola, looking to spring the attack. It comes through the middle to Isaiah Sabero, although the referee doesn't like the physicality. We've seen a whole lot of kicks being awarded in this game, and as I say that, I speak another one into existence as a tackle from Keith Esguerra ruled foul, and so a kick coming forth here to the defender. This game continuing between teams 6 and 8 as it remains scoreless. Team 6 in orange, team 8 in blue. Team 8 looking to cut right down the middle. Here's the chance, and it's taken away as Roman Paler was taken out hard just outside the box. And that one again ruled a kick. This time a chance to go for goal, as the last one's been a bit too far for a direct one. We'll see what they choose to do, but from this distance wouldn't be ambitious to try to find the back of the net. It's going to be the striker Roman Paler from Okanagan FC to take this. That one not what he wanted to see as it goes well over top, and we'll send it back to the keeper, Alessandro Favero. Steers it across to the defender, Ethan Smith, playing back there. Smith looked to Boyd on the wing before taking it back. He'll go to the keeper, Favero, across to Salvatore Denikola, playing here over on the near wing. Denikola cuts through the middle. Goes across the pitch to Jacob Boyd on the far wing. Boyd chips that one forward. Esguerra trying to run onto this. Keith Esguerra in the corner, and he's stripped of the ball by a good back check there from the defender, Viren Lally. Lally to the midfield, and they try to chip it back, but an errant pass will be a corner kick here awarded to the orange team as they'll get a chance over on that far corner. Corner will be taken here by Jacob Boyd. Boyd from the far side. Winds up, looking to deliver. The kick is high, drops into the box, headed away by the defense. Comes out to Orange 85, looking to strike that one in, but it doesn't go. Boyd gets it back in the corner, plays it up the middle. It comes to the keeper off the shot from Adam Shahjahan from Van City Pro. But it was partially deflected by the defense in front and hung onto by the keeper, Kailim Abumakrek. Here's blue. Long drive by William McCutcheon. Lands at the feet of the striker as Hayden Hebden now trying to work through the midfield. He's stripped of the ball, and out comes Denikola towards the goal, but it comes harmlessly to Abumakrek. He'll collect that one and look to restart. Blue working out from their own end as Nalix Chauhan goes to his defense. William McCutcheon through the middle, finds Hayden Hebden. He'll drop it back off to McCutcheon. McCutcheon through the middle, nearly picked off by Orange, but all's well that ends well as it comes back out to center. Jacob Boyd knocks it down. He'll steer it back towards Adam Shahjahan, who goes to the center back, Ethan Smith. Long drive up the right side is going to go awry and into the clutches of keeper Kylam Abu Mekrek. We'll have a stoppage here for our first chance at substitutions, as stepping off for the blue team will be the midfielder Hayden Hebden from the KYSA Lions. Looks like that's the only substitution either team want to make, although you spot several from the orange side warming up over on the far side of the pitch as play resumes. William McCutcheon coughs it up. Here's orange with a look to the goal. Spencer Torres trying to drop it off to the midfielder. Keith Esguerra is taken away by blue through the center. Slowing things down is Fletcher Gedsdale Onofrio. He'll send it over to Neelix Chauhan. Now on the far wing. Centering ball comes through to Derek Sun. Sun forced out of play by Orange, but of course, as it was kicked out by Orange, a throw in here for Blues 78, Jackson Sylvie. Sylvie tosses it in. Now a centering ball comes through. It's going to be headed away by Orange. Recovered by Blue through the midfield. Comes out to the right side. Cameron Cara looking for it for Blue, but it's Orange that are able to take it away. They're centering a ball back the other direction for Isaiah Sabarzo, the striker. He'll get it through the middle to Esguerra. Esguerra stays with the ball through a physical challenge. Comes back up top. Esguerra takes a return feed. Now through the center, Spencer Torres looking for it, but Blue steal. They'll clear it back the other way, and defender Ethan Smits will box it out so the keeper can come play it across to Jacob Boyd. Boyd pursued hotly by Sabarzo. Or pardon me, that was Derek Sun. Boyd forced out of play by Derek Sun, but he'll get a throw in on that far side. Boyd weighing his options. Sends that one in for Keith Esguerra. Trying to cut down the middle. The Blue defense takes it away, as it's William McCutcheon who's able to steer it across to Maxwell Montgomery coming on, and he'll send it to the keeper, Abu Mekrek, who simply sends that one right back from whence it came. Cameron Cara on the near side. He's taken out, but play continues. Adam Shahjahan working down that left wall. Shahjahan takes it into the corner, and then we'll have a Blue throw in deep within their own territory. Some room to work with here for Blue, as they'll throw it down the middle of the pitch to Fletcher Gedsdale from the Nanaimo United. He's taken out with a challenge, and it'll be a Blue kick here from a fair ways inside their own end. Kick from the defense. Goes through the midfield. They're forced to drop it back off here, as advancing is Viren Lally down the left side. A look to the outermost corner. Jackson Sylvie now across the pitch, racing for its Cameron Cara in the corner, and the defender takes that inside lane. It will roll out for a goal kick. Cameron Cara trying to cut to the inside. Still no goals in this one so far. A cement end action will result in a quick substitution here. Just the one player coming on for Orange. Blue also looking to change things up, with the subs ready to go, as are we. And Alessandro Favero, the keeper from Coastal FC, will play it across to his defender. That one connects with Danicola. Now out for Shahjahan. Danicola with it back. Launches one forward. Running for it, Spencer Torres on the left side. Spencer catches that ball. Spencer Torres takes it back. Cuts through the middle. Torres looking for a return feed. Chasing it down the right side. It's ahead of him and ahead of Jacob Boyd. Kept in here by Drayton Bugler-Khan on the right side before it's sent out off a Blue player, and Boyd will get the throw. Jacob Boyd throws a high one through the middle of the field to Matvey Popov. Centering ball comes from Orange, but it's fought off by the Blue defender, William McCutcheon, who connects with his midfielder. It's Finlay Job through center. Job's pass intercepted. Neelix Chauhan able to win it back for Blue, and he'll go to William McCutcheon. McCutcheon around to Jackson Sylvie. Now up to Neelix Chauhan. A long ball. They're looking to connect with Finlay Job charging the goal, but he's turned aside, and the keeper will get to play it. Alessandro Favero to De Silva. Or De Nicola, pardon me. Salvatore De Nicola just within his own box. Across to Ethan Smith from Langley United. Smith forwards to Drayden Bugler-Khan. He's tied up through the midfield, but he wins that ball back. Bugler-Khan through center, trying to battle Geds Donofrio. It's brought back to the defense as both teams will slow down the pace a little bit. Sun starting to emerge from behind the clouds here from beautiful Newton Athletic Park as Orange look for a chance down the middle, but William McCutcheon's going to get there first for Blue. He's taken out just side the box, but referee deems a clean tackle, and Blue have to work it back. It's Neelix Chauhan for Jackson Sylvie. Now Derek Sun to that far wall, back for Jackson Sylvie. Sylvie down to Graham McDowell. McDowell knocks it up that left wall, but it's taken away by Boyd. Boyd back to De Nicola. Salvatore De Nicola makes a nice move, splits the defense, tries to send it up the middle, but a diving William McCutcheon breaks up the pass. Now Blue take it back. Fletcher Geds Donofrio looks to drop that pass off, but it's stolen down low by Jacob Borge. Borge trying to center for the back door. Bugler-Khan ready to go, but Blue rake it up. We're seeing a whole lot of setup from both these teams, but not really an opportunity to finish, as we haven't seen either keeper have to stop a proper shot on goal. Some long-range dump-ins and some passes from their defense are about all these two have had to face since that opening shot where Boone McCrack made a pretty easy stop. Comes back into their own end. Jackson Sylvie gets entangled with the Orange attacker over on the far side, but play resumes. It comes back up top to Landon King. King drops it down. Jacob Boyd trying to spin away. Looks across to Bugler-Khan trying to center. That one goes off a player and out of play. Off the defender, so it will be another chance at a corner kick here for Orange. We saw one earlier taken by the same Jacob Boyd. Didn't result in a scoring chance, but Boyd gets a chance for a do-over. Orange making a substitution on the fly there before the kick from Jacob Boyd. Here it is. The right-footed defender curls it to the top of the box. The header's there, but it goes well wide of the goal. A hotly contested ball as that landed right into the thicket of players right outside of the keeper, Abu McCrack. And the header goes well wide. The keeper gets a kick. He'll steer it across to the defender, Byron Lally. Lally through the middle. Graham McDowell picks it up. McDowell now off to Neelix Chauhan. Chauhan bowling over players as he took out two Orange players that tried to tackle him and got the worse off. Fletcher Geds Donofrio through the middle. Couldn't hang on to the ball as it's taken away by Logan Simpson. Simpson, who just came on for substitution, slide tackle as the ball goes out, but of course it was off a blue cleat, so it will be a throw in here for Orange. As they center it now for Keith Esguerra, he'll bring it back to the defense. De Nicola. One chipped forward, headed away by McCutcheon. He's a confident defender. High ball lands through center. De Nicola's there. And it's off a blue player and out for an Orange throw just past the halfway point of the pitch as we approach the halfway point of the game. Adam Shahjahan. Around to Logan Simpson. Now forwards Matvey Popov. Takes it into that left corner. That one comes back out here. Fake it, a centering ball. Now taking it down low. They do throw it on goal. That chance from Isaiah Sabarzo. Very sharp angle for the striker as he tries to test Abu Makrek. He'll make the save and hold on. On the far side, Blue trying to dangle. It's a nice move from Derek Sun to get around the attacker, although he just ran out of runway and the ball came out of play. So it will be an Orange throw for Jacob Boyd on the far side, and he'll drop it down to Matvey Popov. Popov back to Boyd. Further back to Ethan Schmitz, the center back. Schmitz coughed it up there as it went straight to the boot of Roman Paler, and now Blue might have a look the other way with numbers. Tackle came down. Ref doesn't like it. It's going to be another kick here for Blue, and one that you're probably not going to be able to score directly on, but this ball is certainly going to be dropped into the upper box, and Blue will look to take advantage of this with a substitution. They'll get some fresh legs out for this battle. A two-man substitution now for the Blue team as they get ready for a kick from just within the halfway mark. It's going to be Lally taking this kick. Vivan Lally with the right foot. Puts it in, drops to the box, header comes through. It's taken by Blue. Commendable attempt on the header, but ultimately not going to test the netminder as it rolls well wide. And now it's sent back the other way to Isaiah Sabarzo. That one goes out for a Blue throw-in as Sabarzo knocks it out of play, and Blue get a chance to toss this one in. Nico Mattia, who just came in from substitution, coming to us all the way from ICF Columbus. Here's Mattia. Back to Neelix Chauhan. Chauhan trying to spring Mattia for a run down the right side, but not in position yet. Goes out of play for another orange throw-in. Adam Shahjahan. Back to Danikola. Danikola back to Smith. Danikola now going to utilize the keeper, Alessandro Favero from Coastal FC, to get it back across to Smith, and now he feels like he has room to go down the right side. He'll send a long one forwards to Drayton Bugler-Khan. That one stays in. Boyd trying to race down the right wall. Kicked out of play by the defender, and yet another corner kick here coming up for Orange. It'll be Jacob Boyd. Potential chance for third try is the charm for Boyd, as he'll take it from the same position as his other two corners over on that far side. And I mean, the last time we saw it, we saw that right-footed winger being able to put it right into the center of the box, and the header came wide, but not the fault of the corner taker. Here's Boyd. Once again, this one going high. The header's fanned upon. Orange let it roll right by, and Blue able to clear this one back towards the midfield. A long strike from Orange's 32. Adam Shahjahan makes it towards the goal. Rebound sent high as a chance there coming off the foot of Matvey Popov, but a bouncing ball springs up on him, and that one goes over top of the crossbar. So potentially one of the better chances this game has had so far, but ultimately not going to find the back of the goal. Closing in on halftime here from game one of the senior boys side of the bracket. I am Zach Clark, happy to be with you on the call here from the Newton Athletic Park in beautiful Surrey, BC, where you are watching FTF Canada Soccer right here on the FTF Canada YouTube channel. Girls side of the bracket also live streaming right now with Joseph Augusti on the call. Here is Graydon McDowell trying to clear that up the far side. It's brought back to William McCutcheon from the Souk Sonic, who has looked like the most steadfast defender so far in this game. Plays it forwards to Cameron Cara. Cara stripped of the ball by Salvatore Danicola, who will strip it back to Ethan Smith before Danicola takes a return ball. Trying to spring his man down the middle. As Guerra looking for it, tips it towards the goal. Rebounds there for Orange. Jacob Borge looking for it. Finds it in the corner, couldn't shoot. Borge looks to cross it across to the back of the box. Boyd there, and it goes out of play. Another corner kick here for Orange as they're applying lots of pressure early on in this game, but still nothing doing here for this team. Here's Jacob Boyd. Boyd, long cross to the top of the box, headed towards the goal. It comes wide. Rebound there for Sabarzo, and he couldn't get the ball. It comes to a goal kick. It came through to Jacob Borge, who's played some great soccer in this game, but just couldn't steer it on goal. And I mean, Orange, they're getting all the chances. Blue really have not tested Alessandro Favero much the other way, but the finishing just has not been there for Orange. Nothing too crazy for Aboom Bekrek to have to deal with either as we hit the halfway point of this match. We'll take a short step aside from the Newton Athletic Park. When we're back, the continuation of the game between Team 6 and Team 8, scoreless through one half. You are watching FTF Canada Soccer on the FTF Canada YouTube channel. Stick around, folks. Still plenty of soccer left to play here from Surrey. Hello everybody and welcome back to the FTF Canada March Break Combine here from beautiful Newton Athletic Park in Surrey, British Columbia. Back to action here between Teams 6 and Team 8. Neither team able to find the back of the net in the opening half, but we've got one half left to go here for that to change. It was Orange coming away with more of the scoring chances, although none of the grade A variety of both of the teams played a pretty stout defense through the first half. Jacob Boyd springing his man Isaiah Sobarzo down the middle. Boyd takes a return feed just outside the top corner of the box. Spinning, can't get the shot away. Boyd manages to stay upright through a tackle. Drops it off to Sobarzo. Trying to cross it through. Sobarzo takes it down low to the goal line. Down the middle, and it's fought off by the defense. Comes out to the midfield. A heavy tackle from behind stays clean for this blue side. And back the other way the ball goes. That is until it's quickly stopped up by Ethan Smith. He'll slow things down. Schmidt plays it over to the right side. Brugler-Kahn looking to drop it to the back of the box. It's fought off. Rebound there for Orange, and a diving save for a Boomakrek. Or no, pardon me, goaltender's changed at the half. That's a nice save from Bodie Gray. His first save of the game coming in at the half is a diving beauty, as of course goaltender's changing. So Bodie Gray backstopping the blue team. And as for the other side, it's Owen McMillan, and he might be about to be tested right here as blue take it in. Jackson Sylvie makes a move, cuts to the inside. Sylvie trying to spring his center attacking midfielder, but that one doesn't come through, and now Orange take it back. Logan Simpson plays it up the left side. A race won here by a speeding Shahjahan. Through the middle. Here's Sabarzo looking for a look from the top of the box. Sabarzo the strike, and it's stopped again. A diving Bodie Gray. That's 2 great saves for Gray. After a Boomakrek wasn't tested too much, Orange have come out of the gates hot here, testing Bodie Gray with 2 great chances. And the keeper coming from Comox Valley Soccer Club has stood tall. Here's Owen McMillan getting his first touch of the half. The ball rolls back to him from his defense. He'll steer it across to Salvatore DeNicola. DeNicola goes through traffic to Jacob Borge. Now back to Matvey Popov. Popov drops it down the line, but that one rolls just out of play, so it'll be a blue throw just at about the halfway marker of the pitch. Comes down the right side. Salvatore DeNicola's there. He'll spin one across. Now a through ball intended for Jacob Borge. It's going to be picked off through the middle by Neelix Chauhan. He'll feed his defense, and a high ball contested just within the confines of the pitch over at the far line. Once again, it stays in. A nice move. Here's a chance for Orange. The cross comes through, looking for Brugler-Kahn. He couldn't get the shot away. Boyd handles on the right side, but his pocket is picked here by a speeding Fletcher Geddes Donofrio. Geddes Donofrio through the middle, looks to Roman Paylor. Roman Paylor, his pass intercepted by Jacob Boyd, who sends it through the middle, and now a run sprung for Brugler-Kahn down the right side. Trying to center, stopped up by the blue defense there as William McCutcheon is in the way. McCutcheon finds Jackson Sylvie, and now he'll steer it ahead. Starting out is Graham McDowell. His long pass too far ahead of any of his fellow forwards, and harmlessly back to the keeper Owen McMillan, who starts things off with a soft pass to Ethan Schmidt. Now to Nikola. DeNicola looks to Matvey Popov from the Van City Pro FA. He'll go back to the defender, Smith. Now DeNicola. DeNicola, long through ball here. He's looking for Brugler-Kahn with a run down the right side. The strike comes through, looking for the back of the box. It's ahead of Sabarzo. Header on the rebound. Diving save for Bodie Gray. Another one there as the cross looked like it was too far ahead of Isaiah Sabarzo. But the next man in there, I believe that's Spencer Torres on that far side, was able to get a commendable header attempt. And Bodie Gray has had to be sharp since coming in at the half. Fletcher Geddes Donofrio turns it over through the middle as it's taken away by Keith Esguerra. That one comes to the goal. They score! Orange get the go-ahead tally as it's sent on goal by Sabarzo. And Orange are ahead 1-0 coming out of the gates with a full head of steam and never looking back. And it's what you'd expect. Isaiah Sabarzo getting the finish as he's continued to be stellar for this team. He had a couple great opportunities in the first half. Ones he was just not able to bury. Sabarzo with the finish. Orange up 1-0. Fletcher Geddes Donofrio takes it back to Neelix Chauhan. Referee going to blow play dead here as I think that the coaches had already agreed on substitution on that last whistle before the kickoff had started. And so the referee shall allow them to substitute here. And it'll start with a goal kick for Bodie Gray. Across to Vyron Lally from Surrey FC. Lally up the right wall to Gray and McDowell. Now one forced out of play. And here's Orange back to their own end. Long pass through the middle, nearly taken away, but Ethan Schmitz recovers well. Now the ball ends up on that right side. It'll roll straight past Drayton Bugler-Kahn and out of play. So it'll be a throw in here for William McCutcheon, number 14 for Team 8. McCutcheon instead leaves it to be taken by Jackson Sylvie. Sylvie puts it to the boot of Cameron Cara, trying to cut through the middle. He's shut down, but it comes back to the perimeter where Sylvie awaits. Sylvie takes it forward. Oh, that's not a good tackle. That one going to be a card, and sure enough it is. A yellow card there, as that was no ball, all boot on the tackle, and I think the correct call from the referee to give that a yellow. Fletcher Geddes Donofrio will take this kick. Trying to put it into that back corner of the box. It's headed away by the defender Salvatore De Nicola. However, another challenge the referee doesn't like will result in a kick here, and this is certainly a potential chance for Blue to go for goal. It's going to be Byron Lally to take this one. He's been the designated kick taker for this team for most of them. His previous attempts have all been from much further back. Referee directing the wall, which ambitiously started a bit too far up, as it always does. And here's Byron Lally, the right-footed defender, with a chance to go for the goal. Lots of jostling for position here. Referee counting steps for the wall, as after starting too far forward, they ended up moving just a bit too far back. And so referee will make sure that that's correct before he gives the go-ahead. And there is the whistle. Here's Byron Lally, the right foot, and he goes for the goal, but it's well over top of it. Bit too much muster on that one from Lally, looking to go straight for the goal. I don't blame him for going for the shot, just a little bit too high. Out starts the orange side of the ball. Ethan Schmidt goes backwards to De Nicola. Now across to the far side. De Nicola now takes a return feed. De Nicola through traffic, I think intended for Boyd. Nearly picked off by Blue, but it's recovered. Back to Schmidt, now to De Nicola. Orange, they can play this methodically. They got the 1-0 lead. Possession-heavy game now for the rest of the match. On that far side, Blue steal, making a mad dash. I think that's Byron Lally over on that far side. Trying to slow things down. It is Lally. He's forced off the ball. Blue win it back, but it's immediately sent out of play by Graham McDowell, the center midfielder, and out of play for an orange throw-in. Approaching the halfway mark of the second half here. A 1-0 lead taken by the orange team with a finish from the striker, Christian Isaiah Sabarzo. On that far wall, Blue able to win that battle. They'll take it out to Finlay Job through the middle, drops it off to the defense before going back through the center. Job unable to get to that ball, but in the second try he does. Here's Job. Giving it back to his defender. Fletcher Geddes Donofrio launches one forwards, just out of reach there of the boot of Roman Paler, who was hoping to be sprung down that left wall with a through ball, but it's ahead of him and towards the keeper. And so McMillan holds on. You hear lots of traffic being directed here from these center backs from both teams. And a competitive match that's not let up since the first minute. De Nicola plays it through the middle. Now to that far side. Working with it, Keith Esguerra. Trying to cut to the middle. Esguerra still going. He's slowed down, but he gets right back to the ball. Hotly pursued by Maxwell Montgomery. Esguerra forced to turn that ball over as Montgomery stayed with him every step of the way, and now Byron Lally gets a chance. Over to that far side. Here's Montgomery. He's got McDowell with him. Montgomery through to McDowell. McDowell for a run. Looking for it down the middle. He's taken out. Looks to the ref. Nothing there. Here's a chance. Blue for the strike. And the shot goes off a defender and is blocked as Roman Paler on that left foot took it from just outside the box. But with a whirl of orange jerseys in front of him, not a whole lot of room to get through. Some calm soccer here from the orange defense. Not panicking at anything the Blue does. Long ball down the wall looking for Bugler Khan, but the netminder Bodie Gree gets there first. And he'll play it back to William McCutcheon to start things for Blue. McCutcheon, long feed through the middle, connects with Graham McDowell. McDowell back to netminder Gray. Now McCutcheon takes it again. McCutcheon reminds me of a former defender I used to play with who's just so confident back there. You can always trust him to get things going for your attack. Now a centering ball here, surely offside, and indeed it is, as Orange would have had an uncontested 2-on-0 had that one been allowed to go through. But I think once again the referee got that one right, as to me it looked like Logan Simpson was well ahead of the defense at the time the pass was made. You are watching FTF Canada Vancouver March Combine Soccer right here on YouTube, where we've got the streams going for this side of the bracket, and also on the other side of the bracket, the women's side, where Joseph Augusti is on the call. We're just waiting on a substitution break for these two sides, with both teams changing a couple players. The ref has given the go-ahead to Bodie Gray, and he'll send it across to McCutcheon. McCutcheon ahead to Neelix Chauhan. He'll send a long one down that right corner. Was hoping his teammate could run onto it. I think that might have stayed in play. A race for it. Punched away by netminder McMillan. Rebound comes loose. A chance for McDowell. And it's sent out of play there as a good stop in front of the goal. Leads to another corner kick here. McDowell, he wants that chance back. Corner comes to the right side. That was easily Blue's best look, all sprung from an incredible run down that far wall by, I believe it was Jackson Sylvie, who managed to keep that ball in play, despite looking like for sure he was going to run out of runway. Here's a corner for Blue, left-footed over on that far side. Trying to tie the game at 1. The corner comes through. It's low, right into the box, headed away by Orange's 168, or pardon me, just 68. As that one landed King. Now here's a look for Blue. 185, Cameron Cara. Cara working it over to Jackson Sylvie. The ball comes back to the midfield. It's knocked down here by Logan Simpson. He'll send it to the far side. Keith Esguerra going for a run here for Orange up the left wall. Chased by Neelix Chauhan as Guerra slows down, looks to play it to the top of the box, and Blue able to clear it away there with a couple Orange pennies lurking on the doorstep, including Logan Simpson, who looked like he may have been in position to strike. And pardon me, Tyson Church was the one that made that nice defensive header, as of course he has switched from 38 to 138. Forgot to mark that one down on the roster sheets, with that change coming after they were printed. Here is a throw-in for Orange. Drayton Bugler Khan drops it to the feet of his teammate Torres. Give and go with Spencer Torres. Takes it down low, looking across it to the back of the box. The header there, and the defender Lally gets to it first as he contested that ball alongside Logan Simpson, both trying to header it, and Byron Lally was able to get up in time. Here's Ethan Schmidt. It's been a great game. Orange still holding on by 1. Torres chasing that ball, takes it into the corner. Watched like a hawk by Fletcher Geddes Donofrio. They'll both go down in the corner, and it will be ruled a corner kick here for Orange. A chance to try and double the lead as Drayton Bugler Khan, wearing that 99, will take the corner kick in the right corner. The right shot midfielder sends it to the back of the box, and jumping there is the netminder to pick it out of midair. Bodie Gray with an athletic catch. Now out starts Blue. Cameron Cara sending it towards the goal, but it's too far of a through ball as it's easily handled by McMillan. The Orange goalkeeper, McMillan, sends it across to DeNicola. DeNicola picked off through the middle. Blue might have numbers if they can hurry, and sure enough, a 3-on-2 developing here. Through ball comes in. Cameron Cara, left side, the strike, and it's high and wide as Cameron Cara, a tough shot to make from a sharp angle, sends it off the right side of his cleat and over top of the net. As we'll have a goal kick here for McMillan. I'm enjoying listening to Bodie Gray directing exactly what he wants from his blue team here from the formation. As blue make a couple substitutions, and we're ready to go. Danikola clears a high one in, looking for the trailer. Spencer Torres, he's behind the defense. Torres down the right side, racing for it. Gray is there first. The netminer coming out on a brave challenge, gets there just before Torres can tap it past him. And Bodie Gray, has been some spectacular goalkeeping from him to keep this only 1-0. Blue trying to tie this game up. Neelix Chauhan through the middle, to the outside with a run. Finlay Job, top of the left box. Job centers. It's ahead of the intended Geds Donofrio and taken away. Big tackle thrown by Geds Donofrio, and play resumes. Spencer Torres trying to send a lead ball off to the races. Here goes Logan Simpson, 1-on-1. Simpson! And he shot it wide. He beat the keeper but couldn't get it on target as that one comes back out. Simpson pursued by the defense, and with Bodie Gray racing to challenge him, did not have a lot of time to release that ball. Just goes wide, and Orange that close from doubling their lead, but this game stays 1-0. Bodie Gray out to defender William McCutcheon, who's played some really big minutes here for this blue squad, and understandably so. Fletcher Geds Donofrio on the far side, battling with Keith Esguerra. Geds Donofrio wins that fight. He'll chip it back to Nico Matia, playing on the right back, and Matia clears it up that far side, but it is straight out of play and into the FTF tent over on the far side of the pitch. We'll have a throw-in coming up here for Orange. Boyd will take it, and he'll calmly toss it back to the defender, Nicola, who goes to Schmitz as Orange look to plan their attack from the defense. Bugler Khan through the middle. Bugler Khan connects with Schmitz, who goes to the far side for Danikola. Danikola back to Schmitz. And he'll chip it through to Bugler Khan. Bugler Khan now across to Orange 138, Tyson Church. And now Keith Esguerra picks it up on the far side. Esguerra steps around his man, drops it off to Jacob Boyd on the far wall, approaching that top left corner of the box. Boyd doubles back from the defense, plays it through the middle to King. King taken out with a tackle. That ball comes loose back to Tyson Church. He's going to feed the center. A long through ball. It's intended for Keith Esguerra to run onto in the left corner, and he'll get there. Esguerra one-on-one with that far side. Nico Matia staying with him. Esguerra trying to find room, and Matia sends it into the corner. It will be an Orange corner kick, but Nico Matia denying Esguerra from cutting to the center of the box. Keith Esguerra will leave this corner to be taken by Jacob Boyd. Boyd chips it across to Esguerra, taking that short pass option. Ball comes out for a blue throw-in. It's tossed forward to Neelix Chauhan. Back to Lally. The blue defender clears a high one up the field. It's headed right back by Salvatore Danikola. A confident header. Ball comes through the middle. Chauhan had it for a moment, but it's stolen by Boyd, and he'll get it across to Tyson Church. Church to the outside. Esguerra's on it. Esguerra one-on-one with Matia. We just saw this before. Esguerra this time gets around Matia, clears it in front. That one headed on goal, but it's stopped there by Bodie Gray as he collapses on top of the ball and hangs on. Approximately 6 minutes left in this one, give or take a few. As Blue look to press the advantage, Finlay Job heads down that left side, takes out his man, and that's going to be a throw in there for Orange as they corral it back to the defense. Starting out on that far side is Jacob Boyd. Back to Danikola. So this Orange backfield has remained largely unchanged throughout the substitutions of this game. Through ball attempted here for Orange. It's knocked down through the midfield. Comes back out towards Spencer Torres through the center. Torres gets it to the outside. Here's Tyson Church racing for it. Church is stripped of the ball by Blues Fletcher Geds Donofrio. Donofrio shoulder checked into the ground on the corner. That's going to be a kick there for Blue. A chance for them to try to advance down the pitch. It's only a 1-goal deficit here for Blue, but of course, with the amount of chances they've had, which is to say not a whole lot, that 1-goal deficit feeling like more. It's been a strong tactical game here from Orange as Matvey Popov, one of the new substitutions here for Orange, gets it across to Jacob Boyd. He'll go back to the defense. To Nikola. Now across to Logan Simpson. Simpson gets it ahead. He'll take a return ball on that left side. Simpson looking to cross it in. Trying to step around the defender. That's a great tackle thrown by William McCutcheon. Clean as a whistle. Won't matter as Jacob Boyd wins that ball. Back to Church. Long drive. Hit a man in front. Headed away from the goal by Nico Matia. Matia back to McCutcheon. He'll clear a long one back out to safer areas of the pitch as Orange look to restage the attack off the right foot of Jacob Boyd. Chips one down low. It's a race. Looking for it here. Spencer Torres in that right corner. Torres centers. Cleared by McCutcheon. Comes out to Roman Paler. Looking to spring the attack here is Blue with some numbers down the pitch, but the through ball far too far through. McMillan handles as the keeper. Here is Drayton Bugler-Kahn. Back to Ethan Schmidt. Schmidt across to his defensive partner, Salvatore DeNicola. He'll use McMillan, and now back to Schmidt as Orange content to let this clock run here. Long through ball, looking for Keith Esguerra. He's held onto from behind. Esguerra catches back up. Esguerra looking for the strike. It comes loose, and the keeper, Bodie Gray, gets to it just before Logan Simpson can for Orange. As it looked like Esguerra might have been held onto a little bit trying to fly down that left side. Broke loose from the tackle. The arms of the ref stays down, and now some back and forth here for Blue as they look to strike. Finlay Job down that left side. Runs out of runway. Job takes it right into the left corner. Job, one-on-one battle. Finally, Orange break it loose, but the centering pass is collected by Geds Donofrio for Blue. He'll go further back to Byron Lally. Lally uses the defense, sending it across to Montgomery. One cleared out of play there, ahead of Maxwell Montgomery on the return ball. And so we'll have a stoppage here as Orange get ready to throw it in. They'll use their substitution break to bring on a last couple of players in the dying minutes of this soccer game. Orange playing some give and go throughout their defense. Ethan Schmidt using the keeper, Owen McMillan, and he'll get it up that left wall. Forwards to Esguerra, doesn't connect. Stolen through the midfield by Neelix Chauhan. Chauhan able to get that one back to Geds Donofrio. Now looking to the left side for Roman Paler, but it rolls past Paler and out of play. I believe this one will be a goal kick here. Or no, pardon me, it's going to be a corner kick for Blue from this left side. So a prime chance for them to try and tie this one. As the right shot corner will come through from the left side. Lots of Blue pennies at the back right corner of the box. Here it comes, dropping low. The header's there. It's just past the goal. I believe that was knocked away by the defender. In fact, that was Jacob Boyd who tried to clear that ball and succeeded, albeit a little dangerously close to his net for his own lucky. But he'll avoid the own goal, clear it. We'll rinse and repeat the corner. Here's the kick. It's lower this time. Right through the crease out the other side. Blue playing it back down the middle, looking for the header, and it's a defensive header to send it back the other way. Blue still maintaining just outside the box, looking for the strike. Here it comes, wide of the goal, and it just misses off the foot of Neelix Chauhan. And that does it. The final strike of the game doesn't connect, and Orange hang on to a 1-0 lead. Team 6 defeat Team 8. That does it for Game 1 of the senior boys side of the bracket. Game 2 is on the way. Up next, we'll have the action for you coming up at 1 p.m. here. We'll take a short 5-minute recess from the Newton Athletic Park. When we're back, it'll be kickoff between the next two teams here from beautiful Surrey, British Columbia. I am Zach Clark, and you are watching FTF Canada Soccer right here on the FTF YouTube channel, where we're live streaming both this side and the other side of the bracket all day until 5 p.m. Stick around for the rest of the action coming up in 5 minutes' time.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the action for the FTF March Break Combine. Apologies for missing the first 30 seconds of the action, but we are off and ready to go here with Team 5 in blue playing from left to right, Team 7 in orange playing from right to left. Last match, the orange team came away with a 1-0 victory, and we'll see if that one holds here as the storylines continue to roll on. Logan Nickel, the goaltender for the orange team on the far side. And on the left side, it's Xavier Gunnarsson, in one of the best soccer names I've heard at this combine. As blue stealing this ball early on. Trying to cut that one down the middle, but the defender keeps it to the outside, so it's an early blue corner kick here. It'll be taken by the left winger, Artem Slyunko of the OFC. Slyunko, the right foot on the far corner, looking to curl this one in. Here it is, Slyunko, it's low, it's headed away by the defense. Comes bouncing down to the feet of John Rodriguez. Rodriguez knocks it forward. It's brought back to Orange's number 6, Landon Gopher, from Valencia CF Canada. And Gopher runs it up that far side before dropping a pass off. And sent back towards Laith Rochwan. Laith Rochwan looks to Owen Price. Rochwan now takes it back, makes a maneuver around his attacker before getting it back for Price. Price now ahead, collected by Rochwan. Rochwan pursued by Galen Butcher through the middle. Here comes Orange. This is a good look for them through the middle. John Rodriguez trying to cut through the center. Had Mikhail Ellis with him. Neither one able to pull the trigger on the shot. Blue starting out now from their own side. A long clear up the far wall, handled well by Galen Butcher. He'll play it across for number 94, Joe Reed. It's brought ahead. Up that left side, kept on by Caliph Brenneman. Brenneman through the middle. That one doesn't go. So now here it is for blue. Number 2, Torsten Hopkins, down that right side, but unable to get any further as he's turned away, crossing the line. It rolls off his boot and out of play. Have another quick stoppage here for a throw-in as Orange's 29, Leo Bolduc, chucks it forwards. Bolduc chasing his own thump in. It's brought out again by blue off the heel of Torsten Hopkins, and so another throw in for Orange just about the halfway mark of the pitch. Conditions so much better today than they were yesterday, with some sideways rain yesterday. Today it's nothing but shine and a bit of wind perhaps, as it's still a cold one here despite the beautiful sun. Leo Bolduc racing down the left side, trying to cross it into the middle. It's fought off by the blue defense, and they'll play it back out to the midfield. Unable to catch that one was Riley Dutt, so Orange maintain possession as it's brought forward to Joseph Presuner. Presuner down the middle, trying to center this ball for a strike from John Rodriguez. Rodriguez handling the ball, but he just couldn't pull the trigger, so he'll dish it off to Landon Gopher, who doubles back towards the midfield. Gopher turns away down the middle to Rodriguez, and taken away by the blue defense, who hoofed that one way back down the field. And it's run onto by Owen Price, playing from the West Castle International Academy. Price will go to his goalkeeper, Logan Nickel. Nickel chips that one forward, and now it lands over at the feet of Landon Gopher. Gopher trying to spring his man Del Monto down the side, or pardon me, Mikhail Ellis, who was looking for that ball, but ultimately does not matter as he could not find it. Xavier Gunnarsson from the Lake Hills Soccer Association gets a chance with the ball here in net. I'll leave his for his defense. They play it through the midfield to the CDM, Andrew Ramsey. He'll go back to his defense. Now Ramsey, a long one down the field. Here's Gopher. Gopher spins outside that far halfway point, but he's kept away from the ball by Caliph Brenneman. And it comes out for a Gopher throw-in. Gopher launches that one forward. Racing forward is Ellis. Mikhail Ellis playing here from Gorge FC. Forced off of that ball, and so it goes out of play here. It's going to be another throw-in for Landon Gopher, taken about halfway down the side of the pitch. Gopher drops it off to Laith Rochwan. Roshwin down the middle to Ryder Starling, now collected forward. Here's an opportunity. Leo Bolduc steps onto it, but he's stripped of the ball by Torsten Hopkins. Hopkins now trying to spring a rush for Blue back the other way. They were looking to set up Khalif Brenneman on that striker position. Owen Price breaks up the pass for Orange, and he'll steer it back across the defense. Joseph Pressner trying to get Jack Coles on a run. It's stopped up. Now Ellis spins, trying to get away from the defense. He's through one. He's tackled from behind, but it stays clean. A rebounded ball comes up top to Ryder Starling. He'll cough it up, and now a race back the other way. But Orange's defense, they're fast. Blue continuing to try to spring Khalif Brenneman on a rush, and not that he's slow, but I'm not sure he's going to be able to break away from someone like Owen Price. Having said that, here's Brenneman on a race to the ball, offside as it goes in. A good run from Khalif Brenneman. I tend to agree with that call from the referee. I thought he started from behind the Orange defense as well. And so I agree with the offside call, and this game stays scoreless. Price. Some give and go with his midfield. I'll dish it off to Leo Bolduc before taking it back. Blue stole it for a moment, but it's quickly recovered, and Leith Roshwan starts out through the middle of the pitch. Across to Starling. Orange now, long through ball, looking for Ellis. Ellis racing for it, and the keeper's there. It's a good pick thrown by the defender to stop a speeding Ellis from getting there before Gunnarsson could, who gloved it right at the top of the box. I think if that box is about a foot shallower, Ellis might have gotten a touch to that ball. Yeah, through the midfield. Riley Dutt chips it back to his defense as Youssef Conte will send a long ball across pitch. That's picture perfect as he puts it right to the boot of Artem Slyunko. Slyunko down that left side. It's a fierce one-on-one with Orange 93 as they don't have a 93, so let me double check on who that was. My apologies here from up here in the Newton Athletic Field broadcast booth. It's brought back by Blue. Taken away here as looking for it's Riley Dutt. Stopped up by Landon Gopher. And it comes back out to the midfield. Blue trying to cross it in. It's tipped on goal. Hang on to there was the keeper, Logan Nickel, as that was redirected, but not by much, and Nickel not particularly perturbed on that save. Back comes Roshwan. Sends it through the middle. It's a nice touch from Jack Coles that steers it across to Leo Bolduc on the left side. Bolduc battling for it, trying to cross this through, sends it off a defender and out of play, so it will be a corner kick here for the attacking side. The Orange side here looking to try and snatch a 1-0 lead. Referee just giving a quick break here to make sure that the shoes needing to be tied can be. And in fact, Blue will make a quick substitution here as heading off is Riley Dutt. And he'll be replaced by, can't quite see the number from here. I believe that's Demir Virgo, but we'll wait to double check. A corner kick comes through. Looking for the back of the box. Blue sweep it away. Orange get back to it. An attempted shot on goal. Knocked down here by Blue. It comes loose to Orange as Leith Roshwan sends it back to his defense. Now forward. Joseph Pressner on the left side just failed to stay in. Good eagle eye by the referee, who will call a throw-in for Blue. Can now confirm that is Demir Virgo, who came in as the substitute for Riley Dutt. Less substitutions here for this senior boys side than we're used to seeing on the other sides of the combine. Landon Gopher forcing Blue out of play, but it was off Gopher before going out, so it's a Blue throw. Artem Slyunko coughed it up through the middle. Orange off to a run through the center. Oh, a tackle from behind. That's not a good one. That's going to be a kick, might even be a card. And sure enough, it is going to be a yellow card. Second yellow card we've seen so far this senior boys combine. The last one was in the previous matchup, however, so it's the first one this game. This is a great chance for Orange on the kick. Yeah, from that distance, you could go for goal. You could try the pass into the back of the box. It's going to be Cohen Piel from Suk Celtic Division 1 Men's. And unfortunately, just didn't get what he wanted on that kick. It sails well wide of the net. Scoreless here so far as Oh no, pardon me, it deflected off the wall. That explains why it was so awry, and so it will be a corner here for the orange team. They'll elect to go for the short passing option. Back and forth with Landon Gopher, then the shot comes through. It's off the outside of the net on a long drive that doesn't quite hit the target. Xavier Gunnarsson will start out here, backstopping the blue team. Blue going back and forth here as Leith Rochwan stops up the passing plays through the middle. It's brought back to Demir Virgo, trying to escape Rochwan, but it goes out off of Virgo, and so it'll be a throw here for Gopher in the orange jerseys. Gopher plays it forwards. It's headed back and forth. Trying to get that one is Mikhail Ellis, but it will be Virgo that comes out on top for the blue team. Virgo through the midfield, launches it across the pitch. He's got a teammate running onto it now. Oliver Rye down the right side. Rye forced to slow up. That ball taken out of play. It will be a goal kick as it had rolled away from Oliver Rye, and a commendable attempt. I love the pass selection there from Virgo as Rye had a lot of room to run down that right side, but the defense, Owen Price, able to close that one up quick. Substitution break here for the orange team and the blue as well, actually, as both teams will change two of their players. A goal kick from Logan Nickel when we return. Back to action here as Owen Price back and forth with the keeper Nickel. Oh, referee actually saying, nope, you hadn't gotten the go-ahead yet. Substitutions hadn't finished. I see a late one from Orange is just sneaking onto the play now. Is their final substitute for the match. That one looks like John Rodriguez jogging back onto the pitch. Here's Owen Price. Price. Give and go. Finds his man Leo Bolduc going back to Price. Nice little stutter step from Price to fake out Virgo. Got me to bite as well. Virgo steals it back. Tries to center. A race for this ball. And it's taken away by Ethan Schmidt. There's going to be a kick here. And the referee did not like that tackle from behind by the CDM Leith Rochwan from Okanagan FC. So blue will get a kick just outside of the box here. A golden opportunity to strike first in this second game of the day for the senior boys side of the division. It's going to be Demir Virgo from Burnaby FC to take this kick. The right shot striker. You could very well see him going for the goal. The rest of the players pretty much all lined up on that left side of the box. Just a one-man screen here, I think enticing Virgo to go for this shot. Virgo, he'll look for the goal. Handled by the keeper. It's loose. Oh, recovered just in time as Logan Nickel collapses on top of the ball moments before the strike came through on the rebound from, I believe that was Riley Dutt. And Orange will survive. That kick nearly took off Nickel's head. It was a good job by the blue attacker to be able to pull up just in time. Leo Bolduc through the middle to one of the new substitutes, Danielle Atayebi, coming on to this match. Atayebi able to get the ball across to John Rodriguez on the far side. Orange send a long one up the pitch. It's headed away by the blue defense back towards the midfield, where awaiting for that ball is Galen Butcher. Butcher through the center to Liff Munson. Munson's pass picked off by Atayebi. Atayebi able to get it back to his midfield as he connects with John Rodriguez through the center. Rodriguez pursued hotly from behind, dishes off to the left side for London Hayes to step onto. Hayes working with it in the corner. Pursued by the defense. It comes out and it'll be a throw in here for the defending side of the ball. Approximately 15 minutes gone in this half. Roughly 10-ish to go before we hit the halfway mark. Some good moves made by Demir Virgo, but not good enough as the ball is stolen, and here comes Bolduc. Bolduc to the top of the box. Has to double back. He'll go all the way back to Owen Price on the defensive side of things. Price through the midfield to Leith Rochwan. Rochwan feeling the pressure there as several players on him, but he'll buy himself some space and go to Daniel Atayebi. Atayebi from the 09 KYSI Lions Academy dishes the ball back to Leith Rochwan on the right side. He'll play give and go with the defense. Rashwan now to Ryder Starling. Starling through the middle. Atayebi's there. Virgo able to strip of the ball. Plays that one backwards. It's stolen again by John Rodriguez for Orange. Spins, cuts down the right wall, but runs out of runway as the ball trickles away. It's off the defense and out. So another corner kick coming through here for the Orange team. Landon Gopher there, but it looks like he's going to leave the kick to be taken by London Hayes, the center midfielder for Fusion FC in the BCSPL. A right shot kicker on that right side, so you can expect this ball to curl back into the box. It's a low one. The defense is able to get there first. They'll header it away. It lands at the feet of the left winger, Artem Sliunko, over on that far wing. Sliunko forwards to Virgo, trying to get back to Sliunko. It's stolen by Landon Gopher. Gopher puts it through to Atayebi. Atayebi has two people on him, but he breaks loose. Some nice moves. Atayebi the strike, and Gunnarsson reaching out with the arms, hangs on to that one. It was a nice move by Atayebi to break free from that double man coverage, although ultimately the finish probably not exactly what he was looking for, as Gunnarsson's able to hold on, and the ball goes out of play for an Orange throw. We'll have another quick whistle. Looks like Orange would like to make a substitution, and the referee shall allow them to do so. Stepping onto the pitch here is Jack Coles. And it looks like they'll be taking off the striker, Mikhail Ellis. Laith Rashwan fighting for it through the midfield. Gets it to his teammate Rodriguez. Rodriguez bowled over, crossing the halfway mark of the pitch. That one's going to be a free kick here for Orange. Too far to go for the goal realistically, but this will be a good chance as it drops into the box. Leo Bolduc. He's going for it, and it goes straight out of play. I think he was trying to send it through to Ryder Starling, but ultimately too much muster on that one. Not enough to go to the goal, and it ends up behind it. Gunnarsson with the goal kick. Xavier Gunnarsson, a high one, makes its way over top, now through the midfield. Daniel Virgo on a heck of a run. Demir Virgo up the right side. Virgo with the strike, kicks going back door. They score! A great run by striker Khalif Brenneman buries the feed from Demir Virgo, and it's the blue team getting a 1-0 lead here late in the first half. What a run by the two strikers. It shows why you need your speed up front. Demir Virgo getting to it on that right side. And a selfless decision to pass that ball, as he had a pretty good opportunity to look for the back of the net himself. He'll find Brenneman, and the two exchange a high fives. The Halifax Hotspurs striker opens up this game. It's 1-0. Orange looking to get things back. Daniel Atayebi danced through the midfield until he had no more partners as the ball's taken away and Blue start out. Oliver Rye to the right-hand side. Stepping onto this ball is Pahul Bassi on the right side. And Orange just failed to keep that one in, so it'll be a Blue throw here. So they just got a one-goal advantage. They'll look to add to that here with a throw for Bassi on the right side of the pitch. Bassi goes back to the defender, Youssef Conti from Pacific FC. Conte plays it to the top of the box. That one blocked up by the Orange defender, Cohen Peel. Peel connects with the midfielder. Now they're trying to spring an attack back the other way. They were looking for a run from London Hayes, but that pass too far ahead of him. Deflects harmlessly back to the keeper, Gunnarsson. Final couple minutes of the half here. Approximately 6-ish minutes remaining. Here's Gunnarsson. Long drive up the pitch, handled well by Demir Virgo. He'll stop up at the right side, sends it right through traffic. Virgo looking for a turn feed. It's broken up by Owen Price, but Virgo stays with it. Somehow stays upright through a pair of tackles. Finally, the third one sends him down. Ref didn't like the challenge from Owen Price. And that's remarkable strength on the ball shown there by Demir Virgo. Staying upright through a pair of tackles that would have knocked most men to the ground. Virgo will be rewarded with this kick. You could maybe try for the net, but that would feel ambitious. Gonna guess he goes for the pass on the left side. He does just that. Lands right at the top of the box. Rebounds there for Blue to strike it on goal. It's blocked by the defender. Rebound swept away by Landon Gopher. Comes across to the foot of the RCB, Cohen Peel. That one sent out of play by Blue. And Orange can take a breath after escaping that chance there for the blue side as Landon Gopher gets a throw in. Gopher tosses that one in, but it's immediately brought right back out by Orange, and so it will be a blue throw here. The blue throw in. It's launched up in the air. Knocked down, played towards Khalif Brenneman, who opened the scoring just a few moments ago, then sent back to the keeper, who's going to sky that one far as Nickel gets a lot of weight behind that kick. Daniel Latuyebi sends it forward. It's taken away by Bassi for blue. He'll go back to Conte. Youssef Conte starts the attack to the far side. Torsten Hopkins is there. His pass forward intercepted by John Rodriguez for Orange. Rodriguez puts it through the legs of his teammate, and it's taken by blue. They'll send it across to Bassi on this near side as Pahul Bassi looks up the right wing to Oliver Rye. That'll deflect off an Orange player and out, so Rye gets a throw in, and he'll leave it for Pahul Bassi. Bassi trying to direct traffic here with this throw in. He's got options. He'll toss it forwards to Rye. Pokes that one down the midfield. It's stolen by John Rodriguez for Orange. Rye pursues him. Rodriguez, his pass intercepted by Pahul Bassi, who chips it back to Conte. Conte sends it off the Orange attacker and out of play, so it'll be a blue throw. Bassi. To Laith Rochwan there as Orange stole it, but it's one back, and now a centering ball comes through. They're looking for Brenneman, who has already got one goal this game, but an athletic maneuver by the Orange defender able to send that one away as Cohen Peel blocked the pass and chipped it back out in one fell swoop. Here's blue. To the outside, it's Rye trying to cut back down the middle. That ball taken away from him by Jack Coles, who cycles it back up to the top of his box, or tipping a far one across the length of the pitch. Handled by Ryder Starling. Starling around to Gopher. Now forwards for Price. Now blue with the chance down the left side. Brenneman, the strike just over top of the cage as blue managed to utilize their numerical advantage over in the left corner to get around the defense in a 3-on-2. And the strike from a sharp angle just sails wide of the net, but not by much. Logan Nickel sends it back down the pitch. Pahul Bassi has played a quietly strong game here on the near wing. Back to Conte, and he'll further it to Gunnarsson. The keeper, a long drive to Demir Virgo. Virgo plays it up the far wall, going for a run. Oliver Rye slows down, or pardon me, that's not Rye, that's Khalif Brenneman, puts it towards the goal. It sails just wide, and Rye can't convert. Oh, it lands right at the feet of Oliver Rye and just off his cleat and wide, as blue will have to wait a little bit longer to try to pursue a 1-0 lead, or 2-0 lead. They continue to protect their 1-0 lead given to them by the striker Khalif Brenneman, who had another good look just a few moments ago. Here's Demir Virgo setting up a chance for Rye. He's tackled from behind, but Pahul Bassi finds the ball. Bassi, bottom right corner, makes a move around the defender, though it's well recovered by the defense to steal it from Bassi. That defender, Leo Bolduc, in the corner. Bolduc chips it past the blue attackers. That one comes out. The sun goes behind cloud, and we're cast into shadow here from Newton Athletic Park. The ball brought back to Nickel. Now here's Price. To Bolduc. Bolduc watched by Rye. Bolduc making some nice moves to escape Rye. Chips it up the wall. Back and forth. Lands at the feet of Daniel Atsuyebi, who was felled from behind, but the ref's arms stay down, and it gets back to Demir Virgo. Trying to spring Rye down the right wall. He's got multiple cross targets. Rye looks to put it into the box. Back door trying for Brenneman, and it's fought off by the right leg of Landon Gopher, and that will do it for the first half of action here from Newton Athletic Park.
Team 5 getting the go-ahead goal from the striker Khalif Brenneman, and that is the difference maker right now in this contest. We'll take a short step aside here from Newton Athletic Park. When we're back, we'll have the second half between Team 5 and Team 7. I am Zach Clark, your play-by-play broadcaster, and you are watching FTF Canada Soccer here from the Vancouver March Combine on YouTube. We'll be right back after a short intermission. Stick around, plenty of action left to play.
Hello everybody, back to action here from the Newton Athletic Park in beautiful Surrey, British Columbia, where you're watching the Vancouver FTF March Combine here from FTF Soccer on YouTube. Of course, we've got this stream going, we've got the girls' side of the bracket going, and right here it's been a close battle between teams 5 and 7, with Team 5 in blue currently possessing a 1-0 lead, thanks to Khalif Brenneman finishing off a great pass from Demir Virgo. It's blue with it now. Liv Munson has it over on that far side. He'll cough it up through the middle to a back check from Daniel Atayebi. The referee will determine it goes right side. A kick for Orange outside of their own box. Once again, goalkeepers do switch at the half. Kaleem Abu Makrek playing in here behind the orange team. He just got a touch of the ball. Back the other way, it's Alessandro Favero backstopping this blue team. It's blue with it now as Riley Dutt will chip it across towards netminder Favero. He'll send a long one up through the middle of the pitch. That's going to be picked off by London Hayes, but it's stolen right back by Virgo, trying to send it down the middle. And Demir Virgo just can't get it to go with another centering pass. He's really showing himself as a bit of a playmaking striker, although I have no doubt he can finish that ball as well. Physical challenge thrown by Orange's 26 is ruled down. Or pardon me, 29, Leo Bolduc over on that far side. Joe Reed starting with the ball right here for blue. He'll put it to Riley Dutt, trying to go back to Reed. It's stolen. Here's a chance for Ellis down the middle, and it's cleared out by the blue defense as they'll send that one straight out of play. And it's picked up by Landon Gopher. He'll throw it down the side for Rodriguez. Virgo able to win that battle. Sends it back the other way, but Gopher picks it off. Virgo and Gopher in a good battle, and Virgo's going to get the better of him, sending it forwards to Artem Sliunko. Sliunko down this left side. Tackle from behind, but he stays upright. Sliunko still going through 2 tackles now. Sliunko, he's still with it. Looks to drop it off to the top of the box. Here's the strike. What a save! Diving across to Robin was Abu Makrek with a fantastic stop on a grade A chance for Liv Munson. All sprung from an incredible run by Artem Sliunko, staying upright through 2 different slide tackles, both of which made contact. What an effort for blue. It shows just how much you have to put in to even get a grade A chance. And then Abu Makrek robbing this blue team that probably should be up 2-0 after that chance. However, the game remains 1-0 as Khalif Brenneman scored in the first half. Orange, plenty of time left to try to answer. The ball sent back towards keeper Alessandro Favero. Goes to the far side. Lead feed for blue. Running onto it on that far side is Liv Munson. Munson listed as a center back, but seemingly playing up front here on that far side. As the ball comes in, it lands at the foot of Munson. He's taken down by Orange's 54, Jack Coles in that far corner, who chips it ahead to London Hayes. Hayes trying to find some footing over on that far side, looking for a through ball. He's got Rodriguez down the middle. Here is John Rodriguez. Spins away from his man, tackle from behind, and certainly a call there. And this one going to be a kick. Orange take it quickly. Goes back to Atayebi, trying to drop this one into the box. It's fought off before it makes its way through to Ellis. And blue, the CDM, Andrew Ramsey, is going to be able to get to it. Ramsey ahead for Liv Munson. Munson on that wing position, going to play it back to Yosef Conte. Conte's got it. Back to Reed. Joe Reed making some moves. A slow advancement down the field. His pass through the middle is going to be intercepted here by Orange as it's stepped onto by the CDM Laith Rashwan. Rashwan ahead to Atayebi. Now further forward, here's Orange trying to spring Rodriguez, top right side of the box. Rodriguez, stutter step, shoots, and it's over top of the bar as Rodriguez got it to a great shooting position. Didn't miss by a whole lot, but it sails over top of the bar, and we'll have our first substitution break of the second half. That's exactly what Rodriguez was trying to do. Realized he was not going to be able to beat the defender down that right side. So just a quick stutter step to get the defender past him. Opened up that shooting lane. It's a good strike too. Good technique. Just over top of the cage. Youssef Conte ahead. A hard tackle through the middle. That one cleat on cleat. Tell you what, especially on a cold day like this, those always sting. That'll be a stoppage of play here as Orange get a kick. Price sends it forwards to the midfield. It comes out to the near side for Landon Gopher. Trying to spring Rodriguez up the right wall and just unable to catch it before it rolls out of play here was Gopher. That drops in at the feet of Virgo. Virgo taken out. That's going to allow a thievery of the ball here. Starting out is London Hayes to the box to the right side. Hayes still going, shoots, and that one stopped as it comes down right into the keeper's arms. Alessandro Favero, the diving save to keep London Hayes off the score sheet off another good run. Hayes showing exactly how to get through the defense, use their own speed against them. Comes out to Atiyebi. His pass is intercepted by Blue. So they'll send it back towards Andrew Ramsey. Orange able to thieve this ball. They'll play it through the center. London Hayes is there. He'll look for a goal from distance, but that's not a difficult save at all for Alessandro Favero. On the near wall, Blue trying to break loose here as it's worked out by Riley Dutt. He's got two players on him. Rodriguez going to steal from Dutt. A physical play from Dutt from behind. Rodriguez still breaking loose. He's still going. Rodriguez finally drops it off down the middle. They score! Goal scored by Mikhail Ellis. The finishing touch on a great setup from Rodriguez, who carried it down low, did the hard work, and the backdoor tap in for Mikhail Ellis. And we've got a soccer game, folks. This one's tied at 1. Ready to go here as kickoff for Blue. They controlled play for most of this game, but it's a great setup by Orange. Rodriguez really standing out with his ability to control that ball. Here comes another guy who's shown a lot of control this game, Virgo. He'll play it back to Conte. Youssef Conte looking for a through ball. He's got players there, and it's headed away by the Orange defense, Cohen Peel. Cohen Peel goes across to Owen Price. Price forwards that one to the leg of Daniel Atiyebi. Atiyebi gets it to the right side. Now takes a return feed. Atiyebi, top of the box, steps around the defender. Drops it off to Jack Coles. That one played towards the goal, but it's handled by the keeper off the foot of Coles from a sharp angle. And it's rolled back to Conte. Here's Blue. With Bassi working on the far side, he'll play it back to Joe Reed. Reed, forwards. Handled by the Orange defender as Cohen Peel jumped for that one. It came loose, but there's going to be a whistle there as the ref didn't like the challenge from Peel, so it'll be a kick here for Blue, and from a distance where you might be able to score. It would be an ambitious shot. It would take a heck of a finish here. It's going to be Liff Munson from Pacific FC who's waiting for the go-ahead to kick this ball. Munson, he's looking for the backdoor play for his teammate, and it rolls right through them. That was almost picture perfect from Munson, about a foot to the right, and it would have landed right on his teammate. A very commendable effort there from Liff Munson. 1-1 the score now in this game as Brenneman opened it up, but it was quickly answered by Mikhail Ellis, the striker from Gorge FC. On the far wall, Blues Oliver Rye trying to work with it, but Orange steal, and they'll send it down the side wall for London Hayes. Hayes going for a run, cutting to the middle, still going. Hayes finally drops it off. Here's Rodriguez inside the box with the finish. He scores! Rodriguez adds a goal to the assist he already had, and Orange have stolen the lead. It's now 2-1. John Rodriguez continuing to be one of the most immediately obvious picks for player of this game. His ability to control that ball is incredible, and despite being a smaller stature, one of the smaller players on this pitch, the physical play has not bothered him one bit. He stays right through all of these physical challenges from Blue. Blue, who really controlled this game in the first half, now finding themselves on the back foot. As Joe Reed across to Youssef Conte. Conte plays it forwards. Now Leith Rochwan. Back around to Atayebi. Daniel Atayebi will go to Leith Rochwan, who sends it further back to Cohen Peel. Cohen Peel. Lead ball for his teammate Gopher to run onto. Gopher down the right side. That ball kicked away from him and out of play by Artem Sliunko, so it's a throw-in for Gopher. Gopher down to Rodriguez in the corner. We've seen him work some magic, and he gets around the defender again. Rodriguez cuts through 2, now through 3, still going. Rodriguez shoots, he scores! What can't he do as John Rodriguez dances through the defense, and it's now 3-1 for Team 7. Outstanding individual efforts. You could put him in a phone booth and it'd end up with the ball behind you. Some substitutions now for these teams. One of them coming off is Rodriguez. You got to give him a chance to rest at some point, but the left winger from Surrey FC continues to shine like a star in this matchup. Blue. They're going to need to get back to the offensive side of the ball soon. Still enough time left in this one, don't get me wrong. Close to 15 minutes left in the match, but down by a pair. Not a whole lot of offense this half. They've got to find some soon. Here's Gopher outside of the box with the ball. That one hotly contested by Blue, trying to knock this one loose. It comes out to the near side. Working with it in the corner. Joe Reed forced down low. Reed, he's still going. Reed finally chips it down the middle. Virgo's there! And that one awkwardly off his knee and well wide as he went for a play on that high ball from Joe Reed. One of those awkward ones that's a bit too low for a header, but a bit too high for a knee. But also, if you take it in the chest, the defense is going to catch up and tie you up. So, kind of no right options there for Demir Virgo. Orange, quick back the other way. That one played through to London Hayes. Hayes chips it all the way back to his left back, Owen Price. And Price threads one through. It's taken away by Youssef Conte for Blue. Conte looks to lift Munson. He'll play it up. Virgo racing for it, but it's going to be the keeper who gets there at the top of the box as Kailim Abu Makrek will stop play. This one comes out to Atayebi, sorry. Atayebi plays it across to the right side, but it's stolen by Demir Virgo. Looking to chip this one home. Virgo, he hit the crossbar. Oh, what a chance for Demir Virgo as that high chip dropped right on top of the crossbar. Virgo a half inch from finding the back of the net and cutting into this lead. Now a chance back the other way. The strike comes through. They score. It's another goal for Mikhail Ellis. His second finish of the match. As at one end, a crossbar for Blue, and at the other end, post and in for Mikhail Ellis. as Orange starting to run away with this one. A 4-1 lead now. London Hayes and John Rodriguez with 1 goal each. Mikhail Ellis now with a pair. 4 unanswered goals here as Khalif Brenneman had the opening tally for Blue. That 1-0 lead, a distant memory, now 4-1 Orange. Here is Blue, trying to get this ball down the pitch as Brendan Burke looks to advance. It comes out to Demir Virgo, looking left side. He was hoping to find Artem Sliunko. That one's held up. And it comes back to Brendan Burke. Burke goes to the keeper, Abu Makrek. Now Burke again. Laith Rochwan sends it through the middle. A bouncing ball contested by Blue. A bit of an awkward hit there from Brendan Burke, but he'll clear it out. And here it comes the other way. That one rolling out of play in favor of an Orange throw-in. And they'll start from deep within their own territory. Owen Price from the far right corner. Chips that one forward. It'll land at the feet of Daniel Atayebi, but he couldn't hang on through a hotly contested ball, and it comes out to Liff Munson on the far side. Munson trying to cut it into the box. The shot comes through, tipped on goal, and the shot is wide. As a couple of chances there for Blue to tap that one home. It was contested in the low box, and ultimately the strike that came from Khalif Brenneman looking for his second goal of the game just sails wide of that left post. 42 minutes gone in this one as the 2-time goal scorer Mikhail Ellis is substituted off. But luckily for Orange, their hero John Rodriguez comes back onto the pitch. Not that we hand out a player of the match, or at least not that I do. If I did, John Rodriguez, the runaway shoe-in. Here's Landon Gopher. Down to Rodriguez in the corner. Rodriguez double-teamed, dishes off to Gopher. Gopher looks to center to the back corner. It's headed away by Joe Reed from the defense. Good defensive effort. Pardon me, that was not Joe Reed. That was Galen Butcher with a good defensive zone header. Comes back to Owen Price. Price chips it for Kaleem Abu Makrek. He'll play it over to the defender, Cohen Peel. Peel out to Landon Gopher. Go for a long tip up the pitch, is sent out of play off of the knee of Brendan Burke. The RCB coming to us from Lake Hill FC, and Landon Gopher gets a chance to throw this ball in. Just under 10 minutes to go in the action here in Game 2 of the senior boys side of the FTF Canada bracket here from our March break combine. Here's John Rodriguez. He's got at least 3 points so far this game. Cuts it down low, trying to center. It's blocked up by Conte on one knee. Great block on the sliding attempt. Now Gopher gets it back. Up top, Atayebi centers. He's got options. He'll double back to Peel. Owen Peel starts out. He's been given some room to work with. He'll find Rodriguez through the seam. Rodriguez cuts around his man. Ball goes to the corner. There's a race for it. Rodriguez just able to keep it in. Spins, manages to hold it right on the goal line before going out. His pass to the center of the box, blocked up by the Blue defense. Now this is Joe Reed who's able to clear it back out to center. It comes over to Liff Munson. Munson back to Conte. Conte to the far side. Torsten Hopkins races down that far wall, trades places with Liff Munson, who centers the ball for Virgo. Demir Virgo back to the outside for Hopkins. That one sent straight down the far wall, held in here by Price. Owen Price, the defender, races up that far side before dishing a ball over to Bolduc for stepping onto it. Bolduc to Atayebi. He'll connect back with the defense as Cohen Peel from the Sault Celtic Division 1 men's team will connect that ball to the attack. Orange more than content to have this be a midfield battle the rest of the way, protecting a pretty hefty 4-1 lead. with roughly 5 minutes on the clock. Keeper Alessandro Favreau plays that across to Conte. Conte back to the defense. Now over to Joe Reed on the near side. Reed forwards that ball. Back across to Virgo. He'll make a move around the defender. Demir Virgo still going. Gets around Price. Virgo to the outside. Shoots back across the grain, and it just misses the goal. Not testing Aboumakrak on that attempt, although it came pretty close to it. Rolling just wide. Demir Virgo, 1 foot on the ground, trying to shoot across the body. Always a difficult strike, and that came pretty close. As Kaleem Aboumakrak dove for the save, it just rolled wide of the net. Oh, it looked like that one clipped the hand. Blue were calling for it as it bounced up and caught the arm of London Hayes, but the referee doesn't see it, and it will continue with play here for Blue. Here is London Hayes with the ball now. Takes it up that left side. Some physical tackles being thrown as the ball rolls out of play in favor of the Blue team. Here's Liff Munson. Munson across to Virgo. Virgo trying to center for the back door. It's blocked by the defender. Rolls out of play, so we shall have a Blue corner here in the far side. Chance for them to try and carve into a 3-goal lead established dominantly by this orange side. Primarily thanks to Rodriguez. Here is a chance for the corner. It'll be the left foot corner on the far side. So this one should curl towards the net. Sure enough it is. It's low into the box, but Aboumakrak showing exactly what to do as a goalkeeper. Jumps out with the hands, gloves it before anyone's heads can touch the ball. And he'll drop it to his foot. Over on that far side is Owen Price. A slow, methodical approach. So he sends it through the midfield, but it's picked off. Not methodical enough as Liff Munson takes it away for Blue. Munson, triple team through the midfield. That's going to force a turnover, and on steps the new sub, Mikhail Ellis, who scored twice in this game. Ellis felled from behind. That's going to send the ball for an orange throw-in on a clean tackle from Youssef Conte, who swept the ball away from Ellis. Here's the throw-in. Ellis sends it right back to the midfield. Now it comes out to Gopher, trying to get something away. Gopher to the top of the box, cut off by the defense. It comes out, and Blue simply going to kick this one out of play for an orange throw-in. Trying to keep things safe here from the Newton Athletic Field in beautiful Surrey, British Columbia. Ball comes up top. Atiebi trying to get the strike away. His centering passage recepted by Munson is going to go to Demir Virgo. Virgo 1-on-2 with the defense. He's got options with him. Now an attempted through ball for Liff Munson, but that through ball, it went right as Munson was going left. Never connects. And a throw in for Blue deep in their own territory in the dying minutes of this soccer game. Here's Virgo. Flips it past his man. Now a through ball that does connect. Here's an opportunity for Blue. They just miss as Khalif Brenneman, looking for his second goal of the game, put it about an inch wide of that left post. They beat Aboumakrak, but they couldn't get it on target. As that's exactly how we saw Blue score their first goal. A nice setup from Demir Virgo, finished by the striker Khalif Brenneman from Halifax Hotspurs, and while he may have Blue's only goal, he will not have a second one there as he misses by a matter of inches. Here's John Rodriguez, but as he crosses the center field line, that does it for Game 2, a 4-1 victory, a dominant showing from Team 7, making a 1-0 comeback to score 4 unanswered and win 4-1. We'll take a step aside here from the Newton Athletic Park in beautiful Surrey, British Columbia. When we're back, we'll have the third game on the docket of the senior boys side here from the FTF March Break Combine. I am your play-by-play broadcaster, Zach Clark, and we'll be right back in about 5 minutes' time to bring you the rest of the action here from the boys' side. Stick around, we'll keep you covered here on the FTF Canada YouTube channel. Hello everybody, welcome back to the Newton Athletic Park here in beautiful Surrey, British Columbia, where you're watching the FTF March Break Combine here on YouTube.com. Team 5 in blue, Team 8 in orange marks this matchup here. As last game we saw a dominant performance from the team in orange, where they won 4-1. Goalkeepers in this game, as per usual, will continue to change at the halves. Goalkeeper for this blue side here, wearing number 30, is Owen McMillan. Over on the other side, Bodie Gray. Early pressure here for the orange team, trying to get it deep into blue territory. As it's North number 64, Byron Lally, it sends it to the back door. A chance for 7 on the doorstep. And they score! Maxwell Montgomery wasting no time whatsoever, getting Team 8 on the board. A patient finish from Montgomery, who had it on his strong foot, took a step around the defender, finishes it back post. And Maxwell Montgomery, the right back from Premier Academy, has orange up early. A quick start for this orange side. As Team 5, who just played and lost 4-1, now find themselves on the back foot again. Although perhaps a good omen, as last game they started 1-0 before conceding 4 straight. Perhaps it's their turn to do the same. Ball rolls out of play off the back of Youssef Conte and goes out here for an orange throw that will be taken by Jackson Sylvie. Jackson Sylvie gets it forwards to Neelix Chauhan. Chauhan trying to center this ball, and running onto that one to pick it up is Owen McMillan, pardon me. McMillan throws a long one out to the left side of the pitch. It comes back through the middle. Racing for it there was blue 42, Riley Dutt, but orange take it back. They'll step past the check of Dutt, but now a great drop play by the striker, Khalif Brenneman. Breaks up orange through the midfield. They'll have to try this again. Lally threads it through. Byron Lally, that's a nice feed to Orange 191. Now charging the box with a chance to score, and they do! Orange, another quick tally from Derek Sun. The right winger from Coastal FC puts it just below the crossbar. And just minutes into this soccer game, it's a 2-0 lead for Orange. Derek Sun with a great finish, as this orange team is doing a great job at controlling the space within the box. It hasn't been a particularly difficult defense to crack through for this orange side, as they've been able to find that trailing player pretty much every single time with a pass, and no exception there as Derek Sun gets them up by 2. Youssef Conte turns away orange just outside the box, and it comes back out to center where Fletcher Geddes Donofrio handles. Geddes Donofrio through the middle. Quick chance for Roman Paler. That one's blocked. It comes back to Geddes Donofrio. He'll spin away from coverage, drops one up top. Neelix Chauhan's there. Chauhan breaks loose, strikes, and it's just wide of the goal. That one hopped over the keeper, Owen McMillan, and wide of that far post. 2-0, less than 4 minutes in there as this orange start red hot. Both Maxwell Montgomery and Derek Sun finding the back of the net. Blue clear this ball high in the air. It's fought for. The orange player went down hard there, but the ball comes back the other way, and blue will reset. Slow play from the defender. He'll go back to McMillan, the keeper. McMillan, a long ball out to the wing. Handled by Jackson Sylvie for Orange, who is taken out from behind with a little bit of leg-on-leg hit. Some sportsmanship shown there by Torsten Hopkins, though, as he helps him back up. And a kick here for Orange. It's going to be Byron Lally taking this kick. We saw him take a few in the last game, and he looked really good with it. Here it is off the right foot, trying to put it to the back of the box for a header attempt. McCutcheon was there, but he couldn't have it home. Rebound now sent on goal, and McMillan handles it there as the strike came through from Jackson Sylvie, but along the ground, and McMillan swallows it up. McMillan to Youssef Conte, and he'll feed the outside. Now a long drive, Galen Butcher sends it back across, and it does roll out of play here for a blue throw, or no, pardon me, it will be an orange throw as they converge in. And no, it is a blue. My apologies, as it's sent right up the field. Orange clear it back down and out again. So we'll rinse and repeat this blue throw over on the far side of your screen. McMillan, the keeper, given lots of time to work with this ball. To Conte, back to McMillan. The gap being closed on now, and so he'll dish it across to the left back. Believe is Brendan Burke. Now again to McMillan. Very slow exit here from the blue team. It comes out to that near wall where Torsten Hopkins awaits. He'll clear it up the wing, but it's stolen by Orange. They charge the goal on the foot of Derek Sun. He couldn't cut up the middle as Blue turned him away, and out starts Galen Butcher. Blue, they've got numbers up here. A chance to get one back. That chance quickly taken away there as Maxwell Montgomery shuts them down through the midfield. Nilix Chauhan. Across to Fletcher Geds Donofrio. That one will roll harmlessly back towards the keeper. You are watching the FTF Canada March Break Combine here on YouTube, where we're in the midst of day 2 here from FTF. As always, I'd like to thank FTF Canada, Henry Manguiro, and the rest of the crew for their hard work and for having me back on the broadcast. These FTF Combines, always so much fun. And this day 2 of the March Break one, no different here, as already 2-0 the lead in this one. Blue, chip it forward off the boot of Andrew Ramsey. Racing forwards Lally. He's quickly pursued by a pair of strikers. Lally, that's a great recovery to get around them and buy time for his teammate Jackson Sylvie to catch up to the play. Sylvie sends it down the perimeter of the pitch, but it rolls out and it'll be a blue throw-in. Youssef Conte brings it in. Through the middle, stolen by Orange. Geds Donofrio charges the goal, drops it off to Sun. Sun trying to cut down the middle, and Blue shut him down just before he can get that strike away. Jackson Sylvie now going to start from the wing. Sylvie, he's got room to the center. Drops it off, looked like he was going to shoot. Geds Donofrio goes back to Sylvie. Now he will release, fires, and McMillan hangs on as that one from Sylvie. Bit of a knuckleball throughout the air, but it's held on to by McMillan. And he'll roll it to the defense. Youssef Conte. Across for Liff Munson, who we saw playing a bit of forward earlier on in this one, despite being a natural back, and he is back in his usual position. Nilix Chauhan through the middle, looks to Derek Sun, down the right side. Sun shoots! Stopped by McMillan, and it's off the post. Comes back out. What a save! Off the gloves of McMillan, off the goalkeeper's best friend, and out. As it came, that close to Orange taking a 3-0 lead. Now Blue trying to get the momentum back their way. Galen Butcher, top left side of the box, now cuts to the middle. Blue still going, the shot just can't come. Spinning with it, and comes back to Munson. He's taken out, and now Orange retrieve the ball. Gets Donofrio. Through to Lally. Lally goes back to his defender. Now starting out there is Andrew Ramsey. Or pardon me, that's Nico Mattia over on that far wall, who's now going to take a throw-in. Some substitutes for both teams getting warmed up over on the far side, and we'll see if they do it now. No, they shall wait for another couple whistles here. Some jostling for position in the midfield as Andrew Ramsey puts it forward, but it's stolen here by Orange, trying to spring Derek Sun down the right side. Offside called. Sun just a step ahead of the play there, and I tend to agree with the referee on that call. Derek Sun's done a good job of getting away from the defense throughout this game, as of course scored once, and then came a save/post away from scoring twice as well. Sun starting to emerge from the thicket of clouds up in the sky here from Newton Athletic Park. A welcome relief for the players. Youssef Conte. Sends that one across to Liff Munson. He'll cut through the center before sending one down the right side. Oliver Rye off for a run. Rye takes it to the corner. And he's checked off that ball, so it comes out for a goal kick. 2-0 the score here. Just over 10 minutes gone in Game 3 of Day 2. That high one, headed down. Brought across to 178 Jackson Sylvie. He'll send it to the defense. Sylvie takes a return pass. Starts out through the midfield. Watched like a hawk there by Galen Butcher. Sylvie forced to drop it back to Lally. Lally and Sylvie playing some give and go as Sylvie takes it back. Looking to spring Derek Sun down the middle. Sun bobbled the pass reception just a little. That squirts loose to his teammate, who recovers that one as it's Neelix Chohan who plays it back to Fletcher Geddes D'Onofrio. Geddes D'Onofrio forwards to Roman Paler in the corner, trying to get to this one. Paler just unable to hang on as it's cleared back by Blue. And they'll try to start down the right side. Knocked down by Khalif Brenneman, who had Blue's lone goal in last game. Brenneman, a pitch-wide pass sprinted onto by Artem Sliunko, who had a really good move last game. Sliunko to the top of the box. He's still going. Drives it over to Andrew Ramsey. And no one from Blue able to get this trigger pulled. As a tackle, upends his man, and it comes rolling out. It'll be a throw-in for Torsten Hopkins. That throw down the right wall, stopped up by Viren Lally, and a kick awarded here. I admit I missed that infraction, but a huge moment now for Blue, trying to carve their way back into this one. Liff Munson getting a kick about 5 feet away from that top right corner of the box. Munson goes for it, puts it to the back corner. Header's there, it's up in the air, and that one gloved down by the keeper. Right idea for Blue, and they got the header they were looking for. Unfortunately, the header not on target. Give and go starting in their own end as Bodie Gray rolls one forwards to 193, John Rodriguez. Or pardon me, that's Fletcher Geddes D'Onofrio. Completely the wrong team. Rodriguez in last match. Here is Geddes D'Onofrio. Sends it through the middle, intended for his teammate Roman Paler, but it rolls right past him towards the keeper, who's going to chip it back out to center. Youssef Conte takes it back. Conte all the way across. Now hung on to there by Blue through the midfield. It's taken by Khalif Brenneman. He's unable to hang on. Orange win it back to Maxwell Montgomery, the opening goal scorer of this contest. He'll chip one forwards. Over on that far wall, working with its Orange, trying to cut loose. Here's the centering ball, tipped wide by the defense, who clear it back to safer grass. Safer turf, I should say, as of course this is a turf field, not a grass field. Always slightly different are the conditions, and of course with turf, that ball tends to bounce that just a little bit higher. And we'll see some substitutions here for both these sides. Once again, you are watching the FTF Canada March Break Combine. You can check out the FTF socials at FTF Canada on Instagram, Facebook, and X. Here's Youssef Conte starting out. His long feed through the middle of the pitch is taken away there by Neelix Chohan. Chohan to the outside. Now a strike comes through. It's handled easily by McMillan, who's going to lead the attack for his team. Skies a high kick. That'll make it past the halfway mark of the pitch, landing right at the feet of Demir Virgo. Virgo stopped up through the middle by Fletcher Geddes D'Onofrio. Geddes D'Onofrio comes out on top of that ball. He'll play it back to Lally. Lally forwards where Bahul Bassi is able to slow it down, and he'll send it back to Conte. Now McMillan will once again play that ball forwards. Virgo taken out there as the two midfielders, Virgo and Geddes D'Onofrio, went for that challenge. Blue trying to take advantage of Orange not being ready for that kick, although ironically enough, it was the blue striker that was not ready to receive the pass. Here's Neelix Chauhan. He'll get that one back. Gets Donofrio across to Lally. Lally lost the handle, although luckily for him, Khalif Brenneman kind of stumbled on receiving that ball, so couldn't go off to the races, and Orange were able to recollect. That ball drops to the top. Lally takes it in the chest and couldn't get it back to his foot to shoot. Conte across to Khalif Brenneman. This one brought forward, and now another centering ball. A race for it, but it's a race Orange is going to win as they'll steer it harmlessly back to the keeper. Bodie Gray to kick this one as he'll chip a high one out. Orange's 178. Jackson Sylvie on the near side. Back to get D'Onofrio. Gets D'Onofrio right through the middle of the pitch. Hayden Hebden, one of the new substitutions coming on in the last whistle for Orange. Trying to knock it across to Finlay Job, who also just came on from substitution, but it gets past him, and Blues defense are able to retrieve this ball. Well, we're appreciating the shining sun here from beautiful Newton Athletic Park in Surrey, British Columbia. Lots of great soccer on the docket as we're about halfway through this first half of Game 3. Demir Virgo knocks his man to the ground, steals the ball, plays it down the pitch, gets D'Onofrio able to knock it down. He's got his man Liff Munson right on him. Munson wins it across to Brenneman. Brenneman taken out. That's a great play from Fletcher against D'Onofrio, who stays upright through 3 different tackles and then plays the ball forward. He'll lose it to Conte at the end, but the damage is done as that blue chance is dead in its tracks. Continuing to enjoy the call-outs made by both these teams. Lots of traffic directed. It's been a little bit of a change in pace from the other games. Of course, lots of good soccer, just it's a lot less verbal of a game at the lower age groups. Here is Lally on that near side. So back and forth as Lally goes to the midfield for Neelix Chauhan. Now back to the defense as William McCutcheon steps onto that one. McCutcheon will leave for keeper Gray. A high spinning ball from Gray, knocked down at the midfield by Orange. It comes through, and here is Hayden Hebden on the far side. Hebden turned away. He'll drop it back to the center of the pitch. Across to Fletcher gets D'Onofrio, playing a very effective CDM in this game. Jackson Sylvie over on the wing. Drops it back to Geds D'Onofrio. Geds D'Onofrio will go all the way back to the keeper to utilize that as he sends it all the way out. Here's a long through ball. Racing for it. Finlay Job on the right side. Coming way, way out of the box was the keeper, McMillan, to challenge that one. And it's exactly the right move as he gets there just before Job could. And denies a potential 3-0 lead here for this Orange side. Conte beaten to the ball by Job. He makes a move around the second defender. Here's Job. The finish. He scores! Off McMillan, off the post, and in as Finlay Job gets a 3-0 lead for this Orange side. Finlay Job, he had a great play just a moment beforehand where he was turned away, and he refused to be turned away on that one. Although it came about as close as it could to saying out. McMillan got a piece, and the post got a piece. Neither piece equaling a hole as it finds the back of the net for Finlay Job. Closing in on the end of this half with approximately 5 minutes remaining before the interlude. 3-0 Orange, as the last 2 games, if you combine them, have seen 7 consecutive goals for the team wearing the orange penny. And both of them were against this same blue team. So 7 consecutive goals against here for this exact blue side. I'll be looking to change that, but it won't be on this play here as it's Orange dusting it off, sending it right into the top of the box where McMillan is able to reach out with the gloves to handle that one as the keeper. He'll play it out to Bassi on the near side. Bassi, hounded by Jackson Sylvie, managing to get it across to Reed. Now back flying up the far side. Here's a look. An opportunity for Brenneman. Trying to cut to the box. Brenneman around one defender. Looking to get through the second. Sends it through. And it's intended for Virgo. You could see what they were trying to do. But instead it rolls harmlessly to the keeper Gray, who's going to throw one out to the far side. A fair bit of chemistry shown here between these two strikers, Demir Virgo and Khalif Brenneman. Sometimes with strikers, that can be a bit of a form mismatch. As too many cooks in the kitchen when trying to finish that ball, but Brenneman and Virgo have shown a lot. One from Burnaby, the other from Halifax. Here's the orange side, starting out with Neelix Chauhan in the middle of the pitch. Chauhan steps around his man Liff Munson. He's going to go for a run. Chauhan looking to finish it himself, and it comes wide, although not by much. As that strike from well outside the box, a commendable effort. And that will lead to another substitution here as Orange will bring on two players. Montgomery on for Nico Matia. Over on that far side. Can't quite make out what number that is, but we'll keep you posted when they get to the ball. The other player coming on is Finlay Job, who... No, pardon me. We'll get there when we get there. Here is the ball being brought back to that far side. It's looking like a number that I don't have listed. That's 137. Oh, Roman Paler. There we go. Roman Paler is the other player coming on for substitution. Apologies for the confusion at home, folks. And Neelix Chauhan will carry it through the middle to the newly minted Roman Paler. It's brought back out by Cameron Cara. He lost the handle. Now Blue, a potential chance to counterattack as Virgo makes a move around the first defender, but the second man in, able to strip him of the ball, and it comes back to McCutcheon. McCutcheon. Forwards. That's taken by Conte. Conte sends it down the wall, but no one home for his team, and it rolls out of play. Approaching the end of the first half, and a dominant 3-0 showing here from Team 8, as there's approximately 3 minutes left to go in this side of the intermission. Bodie Gray plays that one over to Cameron Cara. He couldn't find it, and it rolls out of play for a Blue throw-in. Here's Youssef Conte. He'll send it to the far corner. It's fought off by Orange, but it comes back to Bassi. He'll play it to the right side for Brenneman. Brenneman trying to cross. It clipped an Orange defender. It's up in the air, being headed by both teams. Now Brenneman goes down on a challenge. It comes loose to Bassi. Charging the goal is Bassi. He's turned away, and Lally is able to steer the ball to safer sides. A big tackle thrown by Conte as he stole that ball and sent it towards the goal. That's something we've seen consistently from Youssef Conte, as he's thrown about 3 or 4 slide tackles across the last 4 games, and all of them have been clean enough to eat off of. Here's Bodie Gray, having to get the footwork involved as a keeper, as he'll spring that one right down the pitch. Running onto that ball, Hayden Hebden down the right side, looking to the middle for Job, trying to make a move. Here's Paler, and he can't get through as Roman Paler from Okanagan FC has that ball knocked away from him by the defender. But that rush will buy the Orange team a corner kick here as Paler lines up for it. One of the final few plays of this half. Paler will leave the kick for his teammate, as it's going to be Neelix Chauhan taking this kick. The left shot kick. Expect this to curl right towards the goal into the low box. Chauhan, it does just that. It's the keeper who gets to it. Rebounds there. It's kicked away by the defense. And that will do it here. The referee has seen enough of this half. That'll bring us to the intermission here. We'll be right back with the rest of the action between these two teams. A 3-0 lead for Team 8 through the first half. Lots of uphill soccer to be played here for the blue team when we return. I am your play-by-play broadcaster, Zach Clark. We're going to take a step aside here from the Newton Athletic Park in beautiful Surrey, British Columbia. When we're back, it's the continuation here, and you are watching FTF Canada March Combine Soccer here on the FTF Canada YouTube channel. Subscribe to stay on top of all the FTF Canada action, including the girls' side of the bracket happening on the other stream here on the FTF Canada YouTube channel. We'll be right back with the continuation of the game between Team 8 and Team 5 after this. Stick around. Hello everybody and welcome back to the March Combine here from FTF Canada in beautiful Surrey, British Columbia at the Newton Athletic Park. Second half here between Team 8 and Team 5, with Team 8 holding on to a dominant lead. 3-0 right now, thanks to goals from Derek Sun, Finlay Job, and I believe the first one was Maxwell Montgomery. There it is. And sure enough, 3-0 the score afterwards. Blue have now conceded 7 straight. Looking to change that. It's Virgo's son. Demir Virgo with a huge strike from just outside the box. That one turned away. As always, we've got goaltender change at the half. Logan Nickel is now backstopping Orange on the left side of the pitch and over on the right. Xavier Gunnarsson, pardon me. backstopping Blue. Ball battling through the midfield. Long centering drive is fought off here as it's knocked down by Oliver Rye over on the right side. Now Orange looking to spring a long run here. Ball slows down as Vyron Lally gets to it. He's tackled outside, but Lally managing to get back up, still protecting this ball, and eventually the referee will blow that dead in favor of Blue, as it looked like some creative soccer there from Lally, who was down, but he wasn't out. And Blue get a kick. Here's Youssef Conte. Conte knocks that one forwards. It's going to be brought ahead to Lally, past Lally, and forwards to Andrew Ramsey. Chips it down the right side. Ramsey takes a return ball down the middle. Trying to break the coverage, who's right with him as Graham McDowell stays on him, and McDowell forces him out, and it will be an Orange throw. Just outside the spare net over there, that net which we were using yesterday, you can perhaps make out the small hole in the back of it, which led to a bit of confusion in one of the earlier games when there was a goal scored, but the ball ends up behind the net. All was figured out in the end. Here's Youssef Conte. He'll carry that one through the middle, chips it across to the left side. Khalif Brenneman steps onto that ball and knocks one back to Liff Munson. Munson kicks it across. Blue trying to start down the far walls. Demir Virgo trying to cut up the middle. Turned away by William McCutcheon. McCutcheon now looks to his midfield. Working with it is Neelix Chauhan. Orange able to take this one back across for Derek Sun. Derek's last name in full effect now as the sun beaming on us here as the temperatures start to warm up here in Surrey, British Columbia. As Cameron Cara trying to spin, he'll play that one back to Geds Donofrio, the CDM. The pass to Lally, broken up down low by Brendan Burke. And Blue sky this ball all the way back towards Orange side of the pitch, where it's sent across to goalkeeper Logan Nickel. Nickel, a long pass, is going to be knocked down here by Orange, cutting through the middle. It's Graham McDowell who chips it across to Maxwell Montgomery on the right side. Montgomery, of course, opened the scoring what feels like so long ago. Youssef Conte breaks up the pass from Orange, and he'll simply chip that one out of play. It'll be a throw-in here for the Orange team. Number 23, Nico Matia, steps in to take this throw. Matia knocks that one forward, but it immediately goes off his teammate and out of play, so it will now be a Blue throw-in as it's sent all the way back to the netminder. Here come Blue out of their own end. Liff Munson trying to clear this one out. It's stolen here by Vyron Lally. Lally takes it down to the far corner. Doubles back to his teammate. A drop pass now sent into the top of the box. Headered down by Orange's number 7. Rebound comes loose. They shoot. Stopped by Gunnarsson. As that ball came loose to Cameron Cara. The strike along the ground looking for that bottom left corner. And Gunnarsson got there with the gloves to keep it out. We'll now have a corner kick here for Vyron Lally, the left winger playing from Surrey FC here in this combine. The right shot winger looking to play it deep. Here it is on goal, and it's right into the hands of Gunnarsson as that landed on that near post. Gunnarsson comes out to glove it. He'll chip it back down the pitch. Demir Virgo beaten to the ball by that defender. Some blue-on-blue action there as the two teammates collide. Conte able to win that ball, and he'll send it back to Khalif Brenneman. Brenneman plays it forwards. It's taken away there by Orange's number 7, Maxwell Montgomery, and now Demir Virgo gets entangled with Montgomery. Referee says play on. Orange a hefty chip towards the goal. It was intended to head a lot more left and spring Byron Lally for a through ball, but instead ends up rolling straight to Gunnarsson. On the outside, Andrew Ramsey. Back to Gunnarsson. The goalkeeper sends it back to center. And Blue bring it to their own end as Youssef Conte is tasked with digging it out of this near side corner. Conte through traffic to Ramsey. And now the ball is off to Galen Butcher through the middle. Butcher back to Ramsey to the far side. Now racing for this one's Oliver Rye. Geds Donofrio gets there first for Orange. His long pass down that left wall just ahead of the intended recipient there. Jackson Sylvie trying to run onto it. And Jackson Sylvie makes a good battle win to get the throw in here. Orange cut up the middle. Here's a look for Derek Sun. The ball comes off to the right side, trying to strike this one. Sun to the goal, and it's over top of the net. As Derek Sun kind of ran out of room there down to the back right corner of the box, and from a sharp angle tries to put it upstairs, and it's just a bit too high. Gunnarsson. His long kick forward, batted down through the middle by the center midfielder, Galen Butcher. And Butcher brings it back to Conte. Conte now was looking for his man. It's taken away by McCutcheon, the defender joining the attack. Trying to spring Sun. McCutcheon gets it back. Now Virgo steals from him. Demir Virgo, who had just been tackled by McCutcheon, put on the Jets to get back into that play and came out on top. Ball stolen here by Orange, and they've got numbers. Derek Sun, he's got options, goes to Montgomery, right side, looking for the second goal of the game, and the shot goes wide. Trying to beat Gunnarsson on the far side, a cross-grain shot, and that one rolls past the netminder and out of play. We'll have a stoppage here as he has to go chase the ball in the far corner. I'll once again remind you you are watching the FTF Canada March Break Combine Soccer here on YouTube.com. You can stay on top of the FTF Combines on the FTF Canada socials at FTF Canada on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Gunnarsson starting from his own side. A long kick with lots of backspin is knocked down by Lally for Orange through the middle. He'll drive it back to his defense. Orange content if the score stays the same here, as Graham McDowell will feed it further back to McCutcheon. You're going to have to expect some desperation moves from Blue if they want to strike on the offensive. As I say that, a potential chance for Blue and a good sliding tackle from behind, or perhaps not as good as I thought, as it looked like it was ball first, but then the players both went down hard. It'll be a yellow card, so a great chance here for Blue to get to this one. So I think he got the ball, but then lifted the leg to trip the player as well, and so that's what the yellow is. And, well, if you're Blue, if you want a chance to win this soccer game, it's pretty much a must score here for Artem Sliunko, who had some brilliant maneuvering in the game he played earlier, but has had a quiet soccer game since. Sliunko with the kick for Blue. Referee making sure the wall is exactly where it needs to be. The whistle sounds and Sliunko is ready for the kick. It's dropped into the box, trying to get a teammate going, but it's immediately stolen there by Orange. They could have preferred to see him shoot, and then another tackle from behind. As quickly coming over to apologize there was Orange's 110, Derek Sun. Didn't look like he intended to kind of run over Bassi from behind. But either way, intentional or not, it is another kick here. And Liff Munson will be tasked with this one from a very similar distance. Referee telling the one-man wall to walk backwards. As you see Maxwell Montgomery protecting what matters. He'll send it across the back corner. Headed on goal, just wide. What an effort from Demir Virgo as he showed the vertical reach, jumping off the ground ahead of the defenders. A very commendable header that misses the left post by a matter of inches. This Blue team has struggled for offense, but it certainly has not been because of the play of their strikers, Khalif Brenneman, and especially Demir Virgo. Ramsey. Coughs it up to Geds D'Onofrio. Now here's a chance for Byron Lally back the other way. 3-on-3 come Orange. That is until a sliding tackle coming through from the defender Brendan Burke will send that ball out of play, and his teammates will catch up. Substitutions being made here as Orange will change 3 of their forwards. Approximately 15 minutes left to play. Ball comes out. Long shot from Orange. Not going to trouble Gunnarsson as he makes an easy catch. Youssef Conte will launch one forwards for Demir Virgo. He's double teamed by McCutcheon and Montgomery through the middle. It's going to allow Montgomery to win the ball, and he'll take it out to the near side. Montgomery trying to knock that one forwards, but it's off the opposing player and out of play, so it'll be a quick chance for an Orange throw-in. Getting involved is the keeper, Logan Nickel, who sends a long one out to that far left wall. Back and forth through the midfield as Orange advance down the pitch. It's sent out of play for a blue throw. It'll be handled by Brendan Burke as the defender coming from Lakehill FC goes back to his keeper, Gunnarsson. Gunnarsson, a long kick. He really likes to exercise the backspin on those, dropping it right to his midfield. Youssef Conte. Give and go between the defense here. Blue looking for Liff Munson down the middle. They'll play it off to the outside, trying to center that ball for Galen Butcher, but it's taken away, and now a race through the middle, and Geds D'Onofrio shuts that down. He has a very effective defensive game to his toolkit. Here's a chance for Orange, cutting to the goal on the pass. It landed right on the foot of Finlay Job, but he just could not corral it to a shooting position. Unfortunate for him, as he was pretty much unguarded right at the top of the box. You don't get many better scoring chances than that. Orange, though, it's not like they need the goal, still up by 3. The referee will blow his whistle to stop things here as we have a break. After that tackle he didn't like, we'll have a quick tying of the shoes before things continue. I always griped that was one of the hardest things about being a soccer player, when your hands are numb and you try to tie those cleats. Ball being brought back at the referee's Hedens. And Blue take it. Liff Munson goes to Youssef Conte. Conte down that left side. Chips it to the back corner of the box. Headed towards the goal by Blue. A race for it. Sharp angle. And the shot skied well over top of the net there. As Artem Sliunko over on that far side just beat the defender there. But in a desperation effort to knock that ball towards the goal, it's well over top of the crossbar and out of play. Just about 10 minutes to go here in a game that remains 3-0. A very exciting start. Has certainly slowed down. Here's Bassi. He'll go back to Conte. Conte threads it through the midfield to Liff Munson. Munson drops the one off to Ramsey before going to the far side. Sliunko steps onto it. Sliunko looking to center. Turned aside by McCutcheon. McCutcheon content to send it as far as possible down the pitch, bouncing out of bounds over on the far side. Bringing it in is Liff Munson. Hooks it forwards to Virgo. He was felled from behind, but the arms stay down. Comes back to Munson, taking it to the corner, staying on bounds, or inbounds rather, but only just. Drops one off. Artem Sliunko fighting for the top of the box. The strike comes through, and that's exactly the accuracy he was looking for. Put it right on goal from a tough angle. Unfortunately for him, simply no power behind that shot, and Logan Nickel makes an easy save. Here's a chance for Orange, racing for it. Top of the box, looking for Finlay Job, and Gunnarsson with a great stop to keep out Job as he charged down that left wall. And Gunnarsson diving back with the gloves, keeps it out of play. Orange will take a corner kick from that effort, however, as they look to convert their 4th goal of the match. A corner comes from the near side. Maxwell Montgomery, who got the first goal of the game, will take it. Montgomery, it's deep to the back. The header comes through, and it's going to go wide of the goal. Blue, however, do clear it out, so Orange will get another chance at this corner kick as the header from Nico Amatia rolls wide of the goal. Of course, one of the most difficult things to consistently pull off well in soccer. Finlay Job, he'll take the corner here with the right shot over on the far side. Here it is, it's low, it's to the box, and it's right into the goalkeeper's gloves as Finlay Gunnarsson gloves it down. Against a keeper like Gunnarsson, really likes to get out and catch that ball. I think you're going to want to try to play that corner high into the box, and a awkward collision there between Virgo and I believe that was Jackson Sylvie as they both kind of go down on a nothing play, and now we're going to get a penalty. This one might be a penalty shot. We'll see. Referee doesn't like the tackle from Roman Taylor, and I think we might see the first penalty shot of the day here. And sure enough, it shall be. Blue, a perfect chance to find the back of the net. A 1-versus-1. Artem Sliunko, the shooter, versus Logan Nickel in goal. Here's Sliunko. The right shot, stutter step, takes it, scores! Artem Sliunko, the left winger from OFC, cuts into the lead. It's now 3-1 in favor of Orange. Haven't seen a whole lot of penalty shots here throughout the combine. We had one yesterday, and we've had one today. As Artem Sliunko makes no mistake, he'll bury it into the back of the net, as penalty shots so often are. Blue, there's still maybe enough time to come back in this one. You've got about 7-ish minutes remaining. If you can get a quick one here, it's absolutely anyone's match. Orange, they're going to slow things down. They're in no rush. This clock is very much Orange's friend. Matia sends it forwards to Maxwell Montgomery. He'll clear a long one, trying to send a through ball to the striker, but it is Gunnarsson getting out to the top of the box there first as a goalkeeper. They'll roll one across to his defense. It's Brendan Burke who goes back to Gunnarsson. He'll choose to kick one up the field. It's collected by Khalif Brenneman. He lost the handle through the midfield, and Maxwell Montgomery has it on the right side. Montgomery steps around his man. Drops it down to Graham McDowell. McDowell back to the defense. Now coming away with it's Job looking for the strike. It's blocked by the defense in front, and Gunnarsson steps onto it as Youssef Conte blocked about 80% of that shot. And the rebound skittered harmlessly to Gunnarsson. Here's a long kick. And it's knocked down. On that far side, Demir Virgo. Now into the corner, making moves is Sliunko. Takes it to a sharp angle, trying to double back. Gets through the defender. Sliunko still going, drops it off to Virgo. The shot never came as Orange's defense swarmed the attackers. And they're just able to keep them off the board as Sliunko can really make some moves in tight. In terms of those one-on-one ball battles, he's probably the second most impressive player today behind John Rodriguez from Team 7, who by far and away has been the one that stood out to me. Here's Youssef Conte. The stoic defender goes back to Burke. He's hounded by Sun, who's going to tip that one out, and it's a Blue throw-in. Burke using the goalkeeper Gunnarsson. Gunnarsson, a long drive up the right side of the pitch. It's off the head of Lally and out of play, so it'll be another blue throw-in. But again, each second that ticks off this clock is the second Orange is perfectly fine with. Youssef Conte back to Gunnarsson. Blue being consistently turned away through the midway point of this pitch. Gunnarsson gets it. Long drive up the sides, taken away. Now here's a chance for Orange, cutting through the middle. Montgomery dishes it off down low. Hebden couldn't shoot, as Blue will flip it back to the perimeter. Not out of danger yet. That one chipped off the boot of Derek's son and out. Well spotted by the referee as that just crossed the goal line. It will be a goal kick here for Gunnarsson. He'll leave for Conte. Blue in do or die mode now, needing a pair of goals in roughly 4 minutes. Perhaps not even that. Here's Blue. Centering pass stolen, and Orange taken to the top of the box. The drive comes through, and Gunnarsson makes the save there on an ambitious effort from just outside the box from Roman Paler. But given the distance, a commendable strike. Conte gets it forwards to Liff Munson. Munson back to Gunnarsson. As Blue having to rely on their goalkeeper to move this ball heavily. Finally, it lands at the feet of Virgo. He'll get past McCutcheon, trying to spring Sliunko on the far side. Sliunko inside the box to the right. Fires! Scores! Artem Sliunko with a great finish. His second goal of the game. His first non-penalty shot goal. And this game is within one. The final few minutes. But Blue, there is still hope yet for this miraculous comeback to be made. 3-0 lead for Orange about 40 minutes into the game. Blue have now struck twice in rapid succession and have just a couple minutes left to try and get one more, send this game to a draw. That is of course, all the while keeping Orange off the score sheet. William McCutcheon playing it in his own end. Again, Orange, they might have just let in two, but they're still in no rush with this clock being their friend, at least for now. Lally, well-received header, comes back across for Blue. Andrew Ramsey steps onto it through the midfield. He'll go back to Conte. Now Burke. Burke to Ramsey. He spins, and the ball is stolen here. Orange have all kinds of numbers flying back the other way. Sun steps onto the ball. He's got Hebden with him. Sun, starter step to the outside, lost the handle, wins it back. Across, now the pass back door to the top of the box. Hebden's there. And this one called down. So I believe that was ruled offside against Orange. Either way, Blue will get a kick, whether it was a tackle or whatnot. Blue get the possession back, and Andrew Ramsey trying to steer that one forwards. He'll get it to Bassi. Now up the right side. Artem Sliunko, who has both of these Blue goals, looking to add a hat trick here, puts it down the middle. It's fought off by the defense, but it does roll out for a corner. With the final couple minutes of the game, you see the referee checking his stopwatch. Blue have probably just a couple plays left to try and force a draw. And it'll be the double goal scorer, Artem Sliunko, who takes this corner kick over in the far side. He'll elect to pass it up top for Bassi. Bassi now puts it into the top of the box. It sails over the first line of defense, and the second line able to send it right back as Maxwell Montgomery stops it with the header, and that will do it. Despite a late surge from the Blue team, scoring 2 goals in rapid succession, it's the Orange team protecting a 3-2 lead as Team 8 come away as the victors. 3 out of 4 games are now in the books here from the senior boys side of the FTF March Break Combine on day 2. We're going to take a short step aside. When we're back, we have the final game of the Combine coming up next here on the FTF Canada YouTube channel. I am your play-by-play broadcaster, Zach Clark. We'll be right back in about 5 minutes with the final game of the Combine. Stick around for the rest of the action. You won't want to miss it.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the FTF Canada Vancouver March Break Combine. It's incredible how quickly these days fly by. We're already at the final game of the day with Team 7 and Team 6 taking each other on here. Team 6 in orange, Team 7 in blue in the final matchup of the Combine. One last time, I'd like to give a huge thanks to FTF Canada for having us back. It's always so much fun getting to broadcast these events. These games have been awesome with the last two games, both going the way of the orange pennies, but Team 7 will certainly be looking to change that fate right here. The ball is skied towards Team 7's defender as Coles is able to chip it back out to the midfield. Tyson Church slows things down, and it's brought over to that far side. Working it down low, centering pass comes through. Here's an opportunity for Blue, trying to get the ball away. They just can't shoot. Saved there by the bell, as it looked like Hayes was going to have a great opportunity in front. Now back the other way. Orange trying to spring Matvey Popov down the middle, but Popov unable to get to that ball as the defense is there first. And it's headed away by Tyson Church. Back to it is Blue defender Owen Price. And Price has to send it out, so it will be a corner kick here for the orange side. 85 to take it. It's Isaiah Sabarzo. He had a goal earlier today in this Combine. And here's Sabarzo. Puts it to the top of the box. Header's there, but it's from the defense as it's Landon Gopher who's able to sweep that one away to safety. Orange keeps this one in dangerous area. Drader Bugler Khan plays it out to Sabarzo on the right side. He'll take it down low. Sabarzo trying to cross it down the middle. That one blocked up in front of the goal by Owen Price. Price takes it back across to his teammate. Was trying to get it through the midfield to Mikhail Ellis, who was landed upon by a teammate, and I'll tell you that is always tough. Or sorry, by an orange player. I missed exactly who it was, but Mikhail Ellis had that right foot stepped on pretty heavily, and he seems to be in a fair bit of pain. And of course, Mikhail Ellis, if he ends up missing this last game of the Combine, this would be a huge loss for the blue team, as Ellis scored not one, but 2 goals in Team 7's last game, en route to a 4-1 victory. Ellis getting checked out here. It does look like he's going to be all right, but he's feeling that right foot, and he is going to go off. So unfortunately for the Gorge FC striker, Mikhail Ellis, it appears his Combine is probably done, as he is putting no weight at all on that right foot of his. And so, of course, Blue will, as always, be allowed to make an injury substitution. So an unfortunate start here for this blue side. Coming on in substitute is Cohen Peel. And Laith Rochwan, the other one, stepping on from the sideline, although I believe that one was already scheduled. So Orange come away with this ball off the draw, and now Blue missing one of their premier strikers. That one ruled offside, as just a step ahead of things was Keith Esguerra on the far side. And Blue got it out to Landon Gopher. This one comes back to the center of the pitch. London Hayes working on that far side, but he can't get it through. Esguerra knocks it down. It comes back to Esguerra. He tries to force it past Landon Gopher. Gopher content to knock that one out of play, and so it will be an orange throw in here on the far side. 123, Matvey Popov had it for a moment but couldn't keep it in bounds, and now it's a blue throw-in from pretty much the exact same spot as Landon Gopher winds up to drive it in. That one lands down, trying to knock that away
was Atayebi. Daniel Atayebi, forwards to the wing. Gophers there. He'll play give and go with the midfield as London Hayes steps onto the ball. Hayes back to Gopher, and his attempted pass up the wall to the center midfielder Ryder Starling ends up going just past Starling and out of bounds. Blue forcing it down the sideline. Orange's Adam Shahjahan saying no to that play, though he's quickly taken out and the ball rolls out of bounds for a blue throw in here, taken by Ryder Starling, one of the midfielders for Okanagan FC. Down that far right side, ball's taken out with a clean tackle from the defender, but it will be another blue throw in. Going down hard was the blue attacker. I apologize, I could not see exactly who that was. Over on that far side, it's another player who's slow to get up. And blue, I mean, they just lost Mikhail Ellis. If they lose another player, they're going to be playing down a lot of men. I think there's only one available substitute left to play as Ellis is being looked at by the trainer with his foot propped up. I don't see him coming back in anytime soon. Thankfully for blue, the stricken player is able to get up and race back across towards us on the left side, and that was the left winger Jack Coles who had gone down really hard in the corner and thankfully appears to be A-OK, and we're back to action here from Newton Athletic Park. Out starts Orange with some numbers racing down that left side is Aguera. Aguera, he's got a lot of speed. Stopped up by Landon Gopher, but Aguera stays with the ball. Aguera off to the sideline, throws a slide tackle to stop the defender who had touched the ball for a brief moment, and that's knocked all the way back to the Orange defense. Ball played across to Logan Simpson on that right side. Simpson stopped up by Blues Leo Bolduc, but that ball rolls out of play and it will be a throw-in. Bolduc weighing some options. One teammate just yelled at him, go back. The other just yelled, go forward. So he'll have to make that decision himself, as Bolduc does choose to go down the midfield, which seems like the safe call considering the options. Out starts Orange. Long drive down the pitch. They're looking for Esguerra. That's a great defensive header by Cohen Peel, who got up in the air to deny that through ball. Esguerra was gone if that gets through. Peel breaks up another pass over at the far side of the pitch, and the ball comes through the center to Daniel Atayebi from the KYSA Lions Academy. He'll feed it further forwards for Jack Coles. Coles. That pass intercepted by number 32, Adam Shahjahan. And now Orange, a race for it for Simpson, but it will be the goalkeeper Alessandro Favero who steps onto it. Should, of course, mention goalkeepers are Alessandro Favero on the right side, and then over on the left is Kalim Abu Makrek. Orange chip this one forward. They're hoping Esguerra can run onto it, but it will be the blue defense there first. That one cleared out by Ryder Starling on the right side, connecting with the midfielder as he finds the right foot of London Hayes. Hayes springs John Rodriguez down the right side. Rodriguez trying to center. It comes back to Hayes, but Abu Makrek able to reach out and collect that ball before anything can happen. Of course, John Rodriguez, who has had a quiet starting couple of minutes, not that the game's been going particularly long, was probably had the most impressive individual performance at the Combine so far in the first game he played, where he had not only a goal but 2 assists as well, and not your ordinary standard assists, some really nice setups too. Here come Orange trying to break out. Still a tied at nil game. Nicholas Diamato knocks that one forwards. It's brought back through the middle. Jacob Borge looking for it. Borge hanging on with that right foot, lost the handle, and Blue were able to reset over on the far side. Centering ball from Peel to Atayebi. Now Owen Price. On the near wing, that one's stolen here by a speeding Logan Simpson. Simpson spins, puts it through, racing for this one, keeps it in, walking it in, Bugler Khan, and a tackle there to recover from Leo Bolduc after letting Bugler Khan past him. Won't let him do anything with that space, and it rolls out for a corner kick, or pardon me, a throw-in, just too short for a corner. Bugler Khan, pretty much right from the goal line, throws this one into the top of the box. A header comes through, and a second one as it bounces back across towards Bolduc. Bolduc content to clear this one out for another orange throw. Here comes the throw. Comes into Ty Simpson. And that one quickly called down Logan Simpson, not Ty Simpson, as he is called down for out of play, so it will be a blue throw now. As we're about 11 minutes gone in this matchup. It's Owen Price to take what I thought was a free throw. It's actually a kick. He'll simply play it safe back to keeper Favero. The blue defense looking to start out a long pass to that far side. Ball rolls out of play. It'll be an orange throw. And out start orange from their own end. Shah Jahan ahead to Logan Simpson. Made a nice move through Bolduc's legs, although couldn't pick the puck back or ball back up from Price over on the other side. You can tell what sport I'm used to calling. Here it comes back out to the far wing as it's launched forward by McCutcheon. Lands right on the knee of the orange defender number 30, Ethan Schmidt. Blue take it through the mid. Slowing down is Rodriguez. He's going to dish over to the far side for Joseph Pressner. Pressner trying to play it through to Rodriguez over in the far corner, but it's Salvatore to Nicola there first. Rodriguez steals from Nicola in the corner. Rodriguez 1-on-2. And the defender forced to kick that ball out of play for a corner kick. Yeah, Rodriguez, you can put him in a corner, but you can't keep him there. And now it's a corner. A chance for the game's first goal here. But instead, Blue, they're going to quickly take it back. They're going to kick it in. Here's the opportunity. A header comes through. It's no good. Now Atiyebi onto the rebound. Pokes it back to Owen Price. Price forced to further retreat to Bolduc. He'll chip it down the middle. It's collected by Rochouan. And now sent across to Cohen Peel. Peel to the perimeter. Once again stolen, this time by Torsten Hopkins. He'll look to the middle of the pitch. Stepping onto that one's Matvey Popov, playing it towards the net, but it's handled by the goalkeeper, Alessandro Favro. Comes out to Owen Price. Give and go through the mid. Bolduc calling for it, and he'll get it. Bolduc sends this one through for his teammate Coles to run onto. Jack Coles into the corner, but forced out of play, and we'll have another quick throw. Throw brought back to the defender, Owen Price. Price. Through the middle. Long drive on goal. Handled by Abu Makrek. There's a long attempt from London Hayes on a bit of a rising shot. It started low, it kept going up, and it never really lost power. Continuing at full steam right into the arms of Abu Makrek, who makes a save on a deceptively difficult drive from Hayes. Working on that far side is Blue. Ryder Starling darts through one defender, now the second, but the third too much to bear as Geds D'Onofrio able to steal that ball. Here's Geds D'Onofrio. Forwards to Esguerra. Esguerra checked down a play, and so that one will come out. Referee will blow the whistle, allowing some substitutions to be made, as coming off the pitch right now is Orange's 99, Drayton Bugler-Khan, to be replaced by Jacob Boyd. Glancing at that blue bench, trying to get an idea on the status of Mikhail Ellis, who's back to standing. Looks like he might be trying to get back into this game. Here's Blue, attempted through ball, comes to the goal, tackles there, and Abu Makrak able to find that ball. As a hearty race right through the middle. The final touch was from Jack Coles for Blue. But as he was tackled from the defender as it happened, it kind of sailed up in the air, and Abu Makrak's able to glove that one down. Adam Shahjahan back to Abu Makrak. We'll get it across to Boyd coming from substitution. And the right winger sends it forwards for Simpson. Simpson running onto it. Owen Price is there first. He'll simply direct it out of play, and it'll be a throw in here for Simpson. Bit of an awkward tackle just outside the throw-in. We're about to go back to another throw-in. Sorry, what is that? I just can't quite see it at all. Sounds good, I will do. I saw, absolutely awesome. Thank you. Ball coming back into play there as just chatting with a couple of the wonderful fans we have here supporting FTF Canada. One of them just wanting me to mention that Mikhail Ellis actually won MVP 2 years ago with this very combine. It just shows the kind of lasting effect that you can have with these players, and there's certainly a chance he could be up for MVP again, considering the fact that he scored 2 goals in his first contest this morning. And of course, Mikhail Ellis with lots of good play, and thankfully looks like he's going to be able to come back on after being substituted early on for what looked like an injury. As it comes down the right side, ball does go out of play, and it is good to see Mikhail Ellis is back on. So thankfully, of all the injuries we've seen today, pretty much all of them have been able to come back on, except for the ones that happened kind of right as the game ended. Here's a long drive from the keeper. Kept in on the near side by the Blue defense as it's brought around by Leo Bolduc. Bolduc makes a good move around the first defender. Now gets around the second. Chips one across for Jack Coles up the left side. Coles darts to the middle. Drops it further back. Now they'll go to Owen Price. That one rolled awkwardly away from him and to the clutches of Isaiah Sabarzo. Another through ball. Racing for it. Down the right side. Here's Sabarzo up the middle. An opportunity for Orange. The shot can't come from Torres. He's still looking. And Blue recover before Spencer Torres can tap that one home. Now they'll try to take advantage of Orange numbers back down the other end of the pitch. Although that won't happen as the intended target, Jackson Sylvie, is knocked away from the ball. Or pardon me, not Jackson Sylvie. Laith Rochwan knocked away from the ball. I was going to say right number, but that name did not seem right. That's the wrong team. And here is over on the other side, Laith Rochwan trying to work it out with his teammate Ryder Starling in the corner. Ball brought back to the netminder as we approach halftime. We're still a fair bit away. Plenty of time for either of these teams to try to crack what's a scoreless deadlock right now. Goalkeeper given some time. I always love the antics in soccer as Isaiah Sabarzo tries to pretend he's not interested in the ball about 5 feet away from the goalkeeper in an effort to lure him into a false sense of security. Doesn't work as Alessandro Favreau going to clear this one out. Comes out to Bolduc. He'll kick that one forwards to be stepped onto by his teammate Jack Coles. Trying to thread that one down the middle. Orange break it up in the midfield. Taken away by Matvey Popov. Popov around one defender, but not around the second, as Daniel Atiebi is able to step in and break things up. Atiebi gets it across to Laith Rochwan, now down the right side. Here's an opportunity for Blue, top of the box, cutting to the middle. The shot comes through, and Abu Makrak hangs on to that one. As Rodriguez hangs his head, feels like he probably could have gotten better. Still a decent attempt going for that bottom right corner, but some elevation might have helped the chances of finding the back of the net. Long drive down by Orange as Simpson managing to beat out the defender. Price, a great recovery, although the ball comes loose and Orange still have a look. The drive comes in and it's stopped with a diving effort there from the keeper Favero as Alessandro Favero gets across in time. About 20 minutes gone in this one. Approximately 5 before halftime. Still scoreless here in the final game of the Combine. Daniel Atayevi around to defender Owen Price, and he'll go to Bolduc. Bolduc up the left side. Pokes it to the middle. Gets a return ball, trying to send it to the left, and it ends up being steered towards the goalkeeper. Is almost a shot on goal from the defender there, although I think safe enough that you can call it a pass. That comes out to the far side. Give and go between the Orange defense. As Schmidt and DeNicola get involved. DeNicola clears a long one up the right side, hoping his teammate Jacob Boyd can run onto it. Boyd gets there. He's past the defender. Boyd boxes him out, looking for the shot. Boyd shoots! Stopped by Favero. As Boyd takes it to a really sharp angle and a commendable attempt, but nothing doing. As Tyson Church now looks for Aguera. Oh man, you love to see the bicycle kick attempt from Aguera, who was offside, so the play is blown dead before it ever gets through, but all smiles there from Aguera on a very athletic attempt. Out of broken bones I didn't know I had if I tried that, but unfortunately for him, offside, so never the matter. Blues starting out. They'll bring it back to Alessandro Favero. Owen Price. Across to Brendan Burke. Now back to netminder Favero. Ball racing up the near side. Bolduc going to chip one forwards for his teammate Coles to run onto, but the Orange team going to play it safe and chip it back the other way. Bolduc on the throw. Bolduc, that one lands at the feet of Atayebi. Atayebi back across for Rochwan. Laith Rochwan to the back side of the field. Landon Gopher's there. Gopher connects with Rochwan now for Rodriguez. Rodriguez charging the box. Stopped up, has defenders on him. Rodriguez still going, and the shot attempt goes off a defender's boot and over the wall behind the pitch. So we'll have to get a little replacement ball here, but when we get that back, it'll be a corner kick here earned by Rodriguez for his team. Such a threatening foe down that right wall, and we'll see what this blue team can do with the corner. The corner, it'll be taken by the center midfielder, London Hayes, coming to us from the Fusion FC 2009 boys team in the BCSPL. And as Hayes has gotten a replacement ball, he's ready for the corner. The kick from the far side. Headed away by the defense. Comes right out to the top of the key. Working with it now. Raish Lashwan. Now to Rodriguez. Left side, Jack Cole looking for a sharp angle. Shoots! And Abu Makrek able to make the stop on that one. As it cut down the angle enough to the point where there really wasn't a whole lot of net to shoot at. Gopher through the middle is turned aside by London Hayes. And this one will come back to the outside. Hayes trying to center, blocked by DeNicola. Rebound comes to Rodriguez. Rodriguez, drop pass. Hayes on the outside of the far box. Hayes still going, trying to get loose. Drops it off for the shot. It's blocked by the defenders and headed away. Here's a look for Rodriguez. Shadowed by Adam Shahjahan. Rodriguez trapped in the corner. Shahjahan content to simply kick that one out and allow Blue to throw it in from a sharp angle. Gopher to throw. Gopher gets it through. The pass comes back. It's dropped off to Bolduc. He's got some room. Bolduc fakes the shot, cuts to the top, wants to let it fly, but he just can't. He's hung onto by the defender. Physical tackle for both of those players, but coming out on top there is the orange jersey of 174. It's sent right back the other way. And trying to hang on there is Orange, as it was a good defensive play from Logan Simpson there. And that'll be the final play of the half. One final half to go here. Coming up next from the FTF Canada March Break Combine. We're scoreless through the first half here. We'll need a hero when we come back, but for now we'll take a brief 5-minute reprieve here from Newton Athletic Park in beautiful Surrey, British Columbia. You are watching the FTF Canada March Break Combine right here on the FTF Canada YouTube channel. We'll be back in 5 minutes' time with the rest of the action. Stick around. Hello everybody and welcome back to the FTF Canada March Break Combine here from beautiful Newton Athletic Park in Surrey, British Columbia. It is the final game of the day and the final half of the day here between Teams 6 and Teams 7 in the senior boys side of the Combine. So far this game is scoreless, not for lack of opportunities, but the lack of finishing and some good goalkeeping has kept this game scoreless. Of course, goalkeeping update. The final goalkeepers for these halves, Owen McMillan on the left side, Bodie Gray on the right. Blue with the defensive zone header. to knock the ball away. Rebound quickly collected by Orange, but the strike comes off a defender and way, way, way out of play. Calling for a quick throw here is Orange. Trying to cut to the front of the net there is Tyson Church. Church turned aside by the defense. This one pops back out to the near wall and in the corner. Comes out to the side. Trying to kick that one out of play is the blue defender. Comes up the wall and working with it now, Salvatore DeNicola throws it right up the middle. Blue able to fight this one off, but it's not out of danger yet as Jacob Boyd works for it on the right side. Jack Coles able to win that battle for Blue. He'll get it across to Mikhail Ellis, who thankfully is back in this game after leaving with injury early in the first. But he's all right, and he's got a chance now for the goal, and Mikhail Ellis got a tip to it. You could tell by his reaction he wanted to receive that ball well, as he might have been able to have a grade A scoring chance, but just let it roll off the tip of his toe, and that's not a tough stop for Bodie Gray on the rolling ball. Here is Salvatore DeNicola. DeNicola across to the near side for Orange's 99, which of course is Drayton Bugler-Khan. Bugler-Khan sporting a heck of a tattoo sleeve. I know I approve. As he jogs down that right side and looking for the pass from Jacob Boyd, it goes out on the far wall and Blue will get the throw. And they're going to leave it for Leo Bolduc on that far wall. It comes into Ellis. Trying to drop off a pass, but it's fended off by Orange, by Keith Izuera. And that one being brought out of play will be another Orange throw in here. Goalkeeper Bodie Gray directing traffic as DeNicola goes up this side. Salvatore DeNicola cuts through, still going. The defender finally fought off the ball. Racing for it, Landon King from the Premier Academy. Got to it on that right side. King's pass forward was taken away, and now a world of speed up that far wall from Blue. 59. And despite all the speed in the world from London Hayes, he's turned away in the corner there. Is trying to cut to the front of the net. But it's going to be a throw-in for Blue. And there is the throw-in. Lands at the feet of Daniel Atiebi. Spins to the corner, looking for Hayes. Comes back across to the wall. Leo Bolduc held in. Watched by multiple Orange players. King steals for Orange, but his clearance attempt's knocked down. Now a chance for Blues. It comes right back to the top of the box. King slows down the attacker. Rebound comes out to Laith Rochwan. He'll feed the outside. Atiebi lets it fly, and that's wide of the far post. It's a good back and forth passing there between Blue, but ultimately the finish just doesn't hit the goal. Goalkeeper checking his pads, making sure everything's all right as Bodie Gray gets set. Here's Gray, off to the right side. Gray knocks it across to the defender, Salvatore DeNicola. DeNicola goes back across to Ethan Schmidt. Schmidt through the seam to Keith Izuera. He's turned away, so Schmidt goes back. Salvatore DeNicola handles it. DeNicola ahead to Bugler-Khan. Now DeNicola takes this back again. And puts it to the boot of Matvey Popov. He'll go back to DeNicola. DeNicola's tried about 4 separate passes. They've all been sent back his way. He'll look for another one here. Content to carry it down the field himself. DeNicola chips one down the pitch. It's going to be handled here. Racing for it, Stragler Butenkon to the goal. That one stopped by the netminder as it rolled away from Bugler Khan. And the keeper hangs on. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in here to this FTF March Combine, whether you're tuning in for this game or tuning in for all the games. Thank you for giving your viewership here to FTF Canada. We greatly appreciate it, as always. I am your play-by-play broadcaster, Zach Clark. Very happy to be back on the mic for another FTF Combine here in Vancouver. Landon Gopher from Valencia CF Canada will throw this ball in. Sends a high one. That's a nice throw as it lands right at the feet of his teammate John Rodriguez. Rodriguez breaks loose. Looks to feed the middle of the pitch. London Hayes, he's got some room. Doubles back and chips one across the field. Now it goes to the far corner. Boyd working it for Orange. Trying to cut loose. Ooh, a hold there, and the referee spots it. As from behind, not wanting to be beat to that ball was Laith Rashwan. Or pardon me, that was Leo Bolduc. Clung on to the jersey. Ref spots it, and it's a free kick for Orange. Danicola starts out. He'll chip a heavy one down the left side of the pitch. Racing forward, Spencer Torres. He got there first, but Landon Gopher able to break things up. Now in that left corner, trying to break free. Torres, shouted by Gopher, and the ball goes out. This one comes in for a throw-in. The ball played down. Another throw-in. We'll have a quick break on this throw-in as Orange wanting to sub a quick player. Ethan Schmidt, who's played some really big minutes, comes off in favor of Adam Shahjahan. Shahjahan will go to the left back position. Salvatore De Nicola going to go across to the right. A throw-in leads to a cross right through the box and out the other side. Blue going to try to take advantage of some numbers here as Hayes streaks down that left wall. The ball's dropped back to Bolduc. Now through to London Hayes. He'll spring out to Yobi. Heading down the pitch. Looks for a through ball. Here's Rodriguez to the goal. And there first is the keeper as Bodie Gray slides out for a challenge. He'll get there and hook it around to Bugler Khan from the Battleford United Football Club. Brief break in the action. Here's Blue trying to cut through the middle. Daniel Atiobi knocks it back towards Bolduc. We'll go all the way back to the keeper, McMillan, who had to come out to play that one. It lands on the head of King. He'll deflect that one towards his teammate. It hops past. King getting to work, applying some pressure onto the goalkeeper. And he's forced to chip it across to the defense. A long clearance from Blue, headed down through the midfield by Orange's 32, Adam Shahjahan, just coming on from substitution. That ball once again gets back out to Keith Azuera. Square on the far side, pursuing Bolduc. Leo Bolduc racing down that left wall. Still going. And a good box out from the defender. Way to use the physicality there. Gets the ball back to the goalkeeper as it rolls across the goal line on the far side. Orange through the middle. Tyson Church looking for a run from his teammates. It gets past the keeper. Here's an opportunity on the left side. Looking for it. It's Tomias, and he just can't find it. Spencer Torres gets it back on goal, and it's stopped there by McMillan as he pinches it between the knees. Looked like Torres might have been able to catch that ball while McMillan was out of his net, but by the time he could get it to a shooting angle, McMillan back in position. Here's a look for Orange. Cutting through. It's Isaiah Sabarzo to the net. Turned away. Sabarzo trying to fire that one on goal for his second goal of the combine, but doesn't go through. Knocked loose by an Orange team. Blue able to win it back. They're going to send a long one through for
Richardson, he's completely by himself here as John Rodriguez works down that right side. Rodriguez around one defender. We've seen him clear multiple defenders at a time. Rodriguez does it again. The shot is blocked there as at the last moment, DeNicola is able to get in to that shooting lane from Rodriguez, who he is just so slippery. Ball's tipped through and Rodriguez has it again in the right corner. He's pursued by Shahjahan. Rodriguez spins off Shahjahan, who tackles him in the paint. Referee says play on. Rodriguez can't believe it, and I tend to agree. Both teams stopped playing as that seemed to be a pretty clean-cut tackle from behind. And I don't mean a tackle like a soccer. I mean a literal tackle, but no. Play shall continue, and Rodriguez not rewarded with a penalty kick. Leo Bolduc to the middle for Laith Rochwan. Rochwan connects with Rodriguez. He'll go over to the right side. Ryder Starling trying to advance. Long backdoor pass to Leo Bolduc. He'll knock it down. Goes over the head of Jacob Boyd, but it's DeNicola there. Now ball rebounds up top. And that's gloved down handily by Bodie Gray. As a long strike from Blues 78, Laith Rochwan trying to chip that one on goal. Back comes Orange. DeNicola looking for a through ball. It's too far through. It's straight to netminder McMillan. Here it comes through the center. Tyson Church turns it away. Orange still fighting for it as it comes out to Spencer Torres. He'll try a shot from distance. That's handled by McMillan standing up. Plays it out to the defense on the left side. Torres continuing to apply pressure. As the defense look to escape, they'll go to the goalkeeper, McMillan. Now over for Price. Atiobi through the middle. Launches one down that left side of the pitch, but it's just a bit too far as Cohen Peel was trying to go off for a run. He's unable to get there, and we'll have another stoppage for substitutions here. Both teams ready to trade a player off as King heads off for the orange team, and for the blue team exiting the field is London Hayes, who's had a great game. And actually, blue will make a secondary substitution as well, taking off Landon Gopher. Oh, no, never mind. Gopher will stay on. I think there was confusion about who was going off as Gopher's all smiles running back onto the field. Approximately 20-odd minutes left in this one. Taken out through the middle. Blue will be able to step onto this. A pass comes through. Laith Rochwan. Slows down, goes to Landon Gopher. Now back across to Rochwan, who was fouled from behind, and so that one will be a stoppage of play. A kick from just within the halfway point for Rochwan. So he drops it back to Cohen Peel. That one corralled forwards. Pressner steps onto it. Joseph Pressner drops it back off to the far side. Bolduc working with it. Leaves for Owen Price. Feeling the pressure of Logan Simpson. Price going to double back to Cohen Peel. To the near side, Gopher starts out. Gopher back across to Price. Price cuts through the middle of the pitch. Dishes to Rodriguez. He'll find the outside man, Leo Bolduc. Bolduc pursued by Boyd. Goes to Rodriguez in the far corner. Just catches that ball in time, but lost the handle in doing so as DeNicola takes it away. He'll go to Boyd. Boyd through to Tyson Church. Now out to the far side. Aguero goes back to Boyd. And now a pass finds Shahjahan. Shahjahan through the middle to the foot of Isaiah Saberzo. He'll go back to Bugler Khan. Now Shahjahan. This one comes out to Bodie Gray. That's Gray. Collects it forwards to Matvey Popov through the middle of the pitch. He'll go to Boyd, and now back to the defense as this has been the slowest and most tactical game of the day for these two sides. Or
of any of the signs. And finally, streaking down the right side of the pitch, looking for some offense. Here is Orange. The tackle comes from behind to take out Keith Esguerra. Esguerra battling alongside Leo Bolduc. Bolduc going to come out on top on that battle. Chips it back towards the midfield. Orange await, trying to drop this one into the box. Headed away by Gopher. Rebounds there for Bugler Khan, and his kick was deflected by the defender and harmlessly collected by Owen McMillan. Through the midfield, March Blue as Laith Roshwan forces his way through two defenders. The third proves too much as it's taken away by Shah Jahan. Shah Jahan lost the handle to Ryder Starling getting involved. Bit of a pick thrown there by both those players as they'll go crashing hard into each other. And DeNicola recovers it across to Boyd. Long clearance attempt there from Aguera is knocked down. Blue look to reset off Bolduc. Bolduc playing some give and go with Roshwan. The ball comes through the midfield. Atayobi to the outside for Bolduc. He's got room down the left side. Room that Boyd is quickly going to try and close. Boyd gets around his man. The cross towards the goal ends up behind it. We'll have another kick here. This time for Bodie Gray, with McMillan getting the last few touches in terms of goalkeepers. Still 0-0, as this is the longest we've gone without a goal in the senior boys side of the combine, I should clarify. And here come the defenders down the right side. DeNicola, long drive through the middle of the pitch. Looking for his teammate Spencer Torres, but that one's stolen by Blue, and it's taken the other way. Here's Rodriguez trying to side through the defense. He's got three guys on him. Rodriguez down to the right corner. Keeps it in, looks to cross, back of the box. Header misses, defender is there. Boyd clears it out. Then Daniel Atiobi spins back to the top of the box. Long shot handled by Gray. The strike coming from the CDM from Okanagan FC. Laith Roshwan is Roshwan able to get that one on goal through traffic, but unfortunately no rebound given up by Gray, and he'll calmly steer it across to Boyd. Boyd, a long lead feed for Torres to chase. Torres has that one knocked out. Nicholas de Amato will get that one collected by Matvey Pompon for the throw-in. We'll have a very quick substitution break, probably the last substitution break of the whole combine. And here come Orange. Looking down the wall is Jacob Boyd. Trying to cut to the middle. His teammate lost the ball. Slow to get up here. As Orange get it back, a long drive. Misses the goal. And some good chances continue to be had for both these teams. The finish just has not been there like it has been in the last few contests. The scoring opportunities come, but these shots are either right onto the goalkeepers, who have not had to dive a whole lot, or wide of the net. That latest chance coming from coming from Matvey Popov. Down that far wall, here's Esguerra. Esguerra crosses it in. Atiobi able to header that one away. That one deflects out. It'll be an Orange throw in here. They're going to quickly take their last substitution of the combine as they trade just a lone player. Salvatore DeNicola has played a lot of minutes today. Will come off in favor of Ethan Schmitz. In that far corner. Ball ruled in favor of Blue after it goes out. Jack Coles with a long throw. Looking for his striker, Mikhail Ellis, who had it for a moment, but the recently brought on with substitution Smith is able to get to that ball first. Approaching the final 5 here from Newton Athletic Park. Boyd down the right wall. Boyd steps around that top wall and ends up bouncing away and out of play, and just held in, actually, as I say, out of play, by Smith, who races to keep that one from crossing the line. He'll look to Aguera on that far side. Keith Aguera from Coquitlam Metro Ford, the left winger, spins that one back across to Adam Shahjahan, playing from Van City Pro. That ball bounces harmlessly into the corner. And we'll have a quick throw as it comes back towards blue. That's Cohen Peel who plays it out. It'll be another blue throw, very deep in their own territory here. Orange trying to take advantage. Header down and out of play by Orange's 174 Logan Simpson. So blue get another throw about 10 feet up the pitch. And off to the races is London Hayes. Gets around 2 defenders, the third too much to bear. Shahjahan is able to shut him down, and out comes Orange. Here's a chance, charging the goal. Aguera to the left side, and the ball rolled up on him, bouncing as he went to take the strike. And it's sent way wide of that left side of the goal. Another kick here for the netminder, Owen McMillan, as both of these teams looking to break the scoreless tie. McMillan taking his time as one last substitution for Orange. Both of these teams making the most out of their subs, with King coming back on. Here's a look for Orange. The pass across, the finish, and McMillan knocks it down. As that chance for Spencer Torres, he's had a couple good looks. Doesn't connect. Aguera looking for it through the middle as it comes loose to the John Rodriguez, and he gets infracted upon from behind, so it will be a kick here for blue. They'll send it across to Bolduc. Bolduc up that left wall, centering ball comes through. It's past the defender and to the keeper. It's a risky move from Ethan Schmidt. I see what he was going for. Fakes like he's going to kick it out and then lets his goalkeeper pick it up with a blue striker right behind him. Certainly a risky move, but it's one that paid off. Matvey Popov brings it back to Bugler Khan. He'll go forwards to Torres. Spencer Torres trying to chip a through ball to either of his strikers standing there, but it's out of reach and collected by the netminder. Dancing through the midfield is Owen Price. He'll look to Bolduc. Now down the middle to Mikhail Ellis. Off the far side, Schmidt throwing a tackle. Ball just stays in bounds, but it is going to be Schmidt who's able to find it for Orange. Long ball up the wall, looking for Logan Simpson. Owen Price picks it off for blue. It'll bounce out of play by the FTF disc over on the far side. We'll have another stoppage. Orange back with it in possession in the dwindling minutes of this match. Certainly in next goal wins territory now. Adam Shahjahan plays it forwards. That one not collected by his midfield. Comes the goaltender McMillan. Feeling some pressure there from Logan Simpson, but he's able to clear it up to the midfield where Daniel Atayebi is able to clear that one forwards. Atayebi. Across to Bolduc. Bolduc kicks it forwards. Stepped onto by Jack Coles. It comes back to Bolduc on the perimeter. Now, off to the races is Aguera, but lost the handle and went down hard. That's going to do it. The final whistle sounds here from Newton Athletic Park. The soccer is done. The combine is gone. All these players with lots of good effort here across these past 2 days. The FTF Canada Showcase
always great to be a part of here from Vancouver. Once again, I'd like to thank Henry Manguero and the entire FTF crew for inviting me back onto the broadcast. I really appreciate it. It's always so much fun getting to work these events. A huge shout out and thank you to my other co-broadcasters, Joseph Augusti and Liam Higgs, for their hard work as always. You have been watching the FTF Canada March Break Combine. The showcase is now done, but you can follow FTF Canada on the YouTube channel and the socials at FTF Canada on Instagram, Facebook, and X to keep up with when the next Combine is back in town. Signing off, I have been Zach Clark. Thank you so much for watching the FTF Canada March Break Combine. Have a great night, everyone.